Hello, everybody. Welcome to. I forgot to change update the streaming info because I was so busy with other technical difficulties. Episode 6. Let me double check. It was episode 5. It is now episode 6. It will say episode
What
5.
was last week correct?
Episode 5 was last week and it was correct.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Streaming
We'll trust you
files
this
were
time.
uploaded.
You win this round.
There we go. Oh, no, don't block. Windows, it decided to just maximize the chat log over everyone's cameras for a sec. Even though I didn't press that button. Windows, you're weird. You always want to go full screen. Or like one of those weird half screens. Instead of just stay there. Don't do anything.
I want to get
Welcome.
a really small, skinny monitor that I could have on the side
One that's like this
for
big.
the Discord.
For just like a chat log size.
Yeah, just for just for like the Discord camera chat and like maybe a little Discord chat under it. Like that's all I want on the monitor, just by itself over to the side, and I'd be
I feel
fine.
like duct tape and an
Just the
iPad
chat,
don't work
yeah.
that well.
The problem I have with that is that the Discord, as small as it can go, is still about half your screen.
Yeah.
No, you do the pop out.
A pain in the ass.
Yeah,
I-
but even with
Discord-
the pop out, in order to get it in a line, it's taking up a good third of my screen here.
No, I have it in a vertical line, and it's about the width of an iPhone.
Oh, yeah,
on my
vertical might
screen.
work
Yeah, in a vertical line. So it's the most efficient way I have it.
How
I've
is
found to
everyone-
do it.
How's everyone's
Now,
week
do
been?
we have
Well-
audio?
Yes, we have audio.
We do,
Or at
I
least-
checked.
Okay, good.
You want to? I don't know. I'm writing more horrendous raccoon-based games.
Nice.
Yes,
I had to re-enter the workforce, which sucked.
I've been in the workforce for a while, and it sucked the whole time.
I know.
Oh, okay.
The good news is there's not that many people on the road, so I get to work in like 45 minutes rather than an hour and a half.
That's still too long.
At commune,
Welcome to California.
did that for a long
And
time.
how
I'm
far
glad
away
I
is
don't have
as
to.
the crow flies is this? Like
I'll
7
get you
miles.
the exact
mile.
7 miles.
Let's see. Like 40 miles. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I live like I think it's shoot. I've walked this distance, and I don't know how long it is. That's how far away. I've walked there in 2 hours.
hmm It's basically because the like 2 freeways I have to go on are like the worst freeways ever. Like,
Not to one up you, but the deadliest road in the nation is, in fact, Interstate 4 that goes across Orlando.
Well,
right.
I've
I'm
driven
saying
in
it's not
Florida.
deadly.
I know why.
It is the most
These
deadly
freeways
highway.
aren't deadly because you don't move anywhere when you go
Okay,
on
that's
them.
fair.
So there's no chance of
There's
getting
no
hurt.
danger. It's just
The worst you have is a fender bender because you don't pay attention. Like that's it.
herd immunity crashes.
hmm If nobody's moving, nobody's dying.
There. What else have we been up to? I already talked about the game that I put up last week. I have not a lot. I finished designing the final boss for my Friday 5th edition game.
I'm not excited. I'm excited, but also not excited.
I think it'll be. I wanted it to be not ridiculously punishing. You guys already had that, but I did
Mhm.
want it to be epic and be. There's this weird fine line when it comes to Monster Design 5th edition, between so lethal that the fight's over in 3 rounds and not in a fun way and this all the players die, or very like it just the boss dies.
It's
in
like
3
drags
rounds
out
instead. Or it drags out and nothing happens in general. So I think I have managed to design a boss fight after doing a lot of research into like Angry GM and other things, like what are good boss fight mechanics, what aren't, should a boss fight be, and I made my boss fight. So I think it's going to be good. Jordan will be able to tell me if it is good in 3 or 4 months, I assume. I don't know how long it'll take.
Yeah, in 3 or 4 months, you never know. We might just go, you know what? Do it tomorrow.
Just do
just do it.
Yeah, no.
Just do the
That's a
thing where you have
Teleport
potential
in.
thing.
a bunch of kobolds strategically kill like a 20th level party in a dungeon. Just do that. That's the best way to.
That's always fun.
It's the best way to do it. They have to fight kobolds
Oh.
and no other monsters from level 1 to 20.
The problem is
just
with these
kobolds
20th
in
level
dungeons.
players is there are many instances of summon monster. So you just it's like, oh, the kobolds can escape into things. Okay, cool. I summon snakes to do the same thing, and they can go follow them into those tunnels and kill them.
The amount of times
More
conjure
kobolds.
animals have saved their ass is so like astronomically weird. We literally
do it.
use conjure animals on demons, and we summoned horses, and that somehow helped really, really well.
The horses rolled amazingly. They kept critting the demons. It was great.
I think the best sorcerer I played was in Pathfinder because I got all the spells to summon pits, and that was my main strategy was pit summoning. If the monster was too tall, I summoned a pit at the bottom of the previous pit. Just it's the best. There's like 5 different variations of pit spells, for some reason in first edition Pathfinder. So
Wow.
Pit sorcerer.
So you were an excavator.
That's
Yes.
great.
It's great.
An excamancer, I don't know.
I don't know.
Something like that.
It was bad. It was really bad. Because the other person I'm playing was barbarian. So the main combat strat was summon pit, throw rocks into the pit until the monster died, and that was all of our fights.
I'm still like futzing around with character ideas for our next campaign in 5e. Like I'm still doing that.
Nice. Well, you made a new class. Not a new class, but a class variant.
I made a subclass that is not published yet because I don't know if I should wait for my family member to do art. But he just told me his school. He's like an arts not professor. He's an arts teacher at like a high school, and his school's like, hey, you want to do some art for our website? It's not like an asking thing. It's like you got to do some art for our website, homie. And he just told me like, yeah, I've stopped commissions for now. So I was like, cool, that's fine.
What other cool?
A group of my friends are starting up a Humblewood game, and I've been getting art from them, and it is just adorable. The little humanoid
I saw
animals.
a pigeon. There was a pigeon alchemist.
No, pigeon sorcerer.
Pigeon
who
sorcerer?
worships a halfling god.
Yep. It was.
I'm getting very I think Zen will get this reference. I'm getting Kiri vibes. Critical Role. Kiri's an adorable Kenku.
Ah, nice. Okay. You want
So
to
with
just
that-
jump into it? I'm still doing prep, but I'll
Yeah,
figure out what's going on if it comes.
I mean,
We
we
need
don't
to
know
prep
what's
it.
going on, so
Yeah, I don't know what you want.
no one knows what's happening. It's all.
It's your turn. The ball is in your court, as it were.
Oh no, I have some. I know some of the things that happened. I'm just doing like what has happened with Rorik's ghost. I'm figuring that out now.
Well,
I think we still need to do end of job, right?
stuff.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
I was
that's
lost
what I
to the
meant.
void, so
That's what I
didn't
meant
know what
by
happened.
it's not your turn. It is your turn because we
Yes.
can't do the payout
without my
stuff.
stuff. Okay. So what happened last session? You guys want to give us a recap?
We were
we-
successful once again.
Yeah, we had a really awesome block party with
Yeah.
pyrotechnics and a fight.
Yeah.
I think we tried. It started by the people we were trying to get impressed get punched out. It went downhill from there to the point that we ended up drugging them and making them think everything was wonderful.
Because it went well.
We spun a riot into cultural traditions.
Kind of. Yeah.
And ended up making the sale.
Did it.
Yep.
in
Yeah, this
downtime
game
action.
isn't so much like professional thieves and bad people as it is bumble your way towards your goal and hopefully you hit the finish line.
Hopefully, yeah.
You know,
I still
all it
think
would take-
we picked one of the weirder, as far as like base like blade stuff goes. The Hawkers are one of the weirder ones because they're the least explicitly criminal. Because they're supposed to, their
Yes.
explicitly criminal angle is the fact they're supposed to be drug dealers, but we're not playing drug
Yeah,
dealers.
no, you're not as
They-
criminal as drug dealers. You just sell explosives. Nah, no,
Listen.
that's
But I'm saying
fine.
all of the seedy stuff.
Celebratory fireworks.
Yeah, but that means all of the seedy
Intend to
stuff
be
that you're
printed
supposed
inside
to have about Hawkers, like, kind of gets thrown out the window. So we're less professional criminals, and as we said, more professional bumbling fools.
That's
Just like
I feel like it
all
wouldn't take
face
that
forward
much.
into we win.
It would take a couple character changes just to make this like the Four Stooges selling explosives. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it would be.
That's fair. Okay, so let's do payoff. So you guys, first step for payoff after a job, you guys earn 2 rep per score by default. The target of the score is higher tier. Take +1 rep per tier higher. Now the ink rates,
believe it
which
was
is
the
the primary
ink rates.
target, is
Tier 2 or 3.
Yeah, tier 2.
inks, tier 2, and you guys are tier 1 now, so you get 3 rep in total.
Okay,
All right.
tracked.
Next, you gain coin based on the nature of the operation. I don't necessarily didn't see a lot of anything that gave you guys coin directly. But there is no
I
option.
mean, we sold stuff at the
We
end.
sold some guns.
Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah.
We
Yeah.
okay.
explicitly sold guns.
They, the primary target wasn't the ink rakes, but yeah, you're right. The party was a cover for a big sale. Never mind. The party was a cover for a sale, multiple factions, like lots of crates, full boat of stuff. I'd say this actually might be 8 coin.
At that 10
Plus
coin.
2.
Plus 2 brings it up to 10. Yeah, no, this was a big job. you guys did.
I'll
That
take that.
said, it isn't there now. It will start at 0, but I am going to start a clock publicly
Oh.
called. Here we go. There's a 6 o'clock.
Falling out of
It will be
control.
Called, out of supply. So you sold a lot of stuff, but now you've sold enough that now it is a clock that is
Now it's
on the table.
worrisome.
Yeah, you're running a bit low. You're not out, but there's a 6 o'clock until you are out.
Okay, so on the
Cost of
coin
getting
side,
established.
we have 1 coin slot for the team, which leaves 9 coin left over. Do we have enough room to store this?
I can take
I'm
4.
broke,
I do.
so
I'm broke.
Okay.
okay.
So
So
We need a vault. And
Yeah,
I'm
we-
broke.
we've got 9 coin left after we fill the union.
Mhm.
So that's 2
so
each.
everybody take 2, and there's 1 left over.
Someone can hold it, but I think we should agree, at least I am
That is like a
suggesting we
crew
agree, that is a floating crew coin.
That's fair.
It will need to be spent immediately if no one is able to.
Well,
store
I'm
it.
saying someone holds it in their pocket.
yeah, we have
Yeah.
enough throughout the crew to hold on to it, but it's like
It's just not assigned to
ostensibly it's a
someone
crew
specifically.
coin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like if
That's fine.
someone needs it, we can make that move
Yeah.
around.
All right. Who wants to hold the floating coin?
I can hold it because
Okay.
So that's payoff. Then heat. So after a score,
0 heat.
That's not true.
I'm sure the blue coats would agree.
One of them was paid.
You're not wrong, actually.
But also, the blue coats shut down a riot, not a.
I didn't say they shut down. They wouldn't have shut down a riot. They didn't.
Well,
But
they
no.
saw a riot, not a gun sale.
But you guys did specifically cover this up. The blue coats seemed to they were acting like they kind of knew about, like they were looking at your boat. They had before Adric drove the boat away and stuff like that. So I'd say this is probably 2 heat. This was contained. This was nothing really like there were issues, but you dealt with them.
Okay.
2 heat. It did
Like
not
the
happen
biggest thing was like the steam explosion.
That
Yeah.
puts us 2 away from a wanted level, just so we're
We got to reduce some heat.
up to date.
There was no +1 heat that I can see. It didn't happen to hostile turf. You were selling to the people whose turf you were on. And you're not at war, and there was no killing. So you're good. 2 heat. So all in all, pretty solid. Who wants to roll entanglements?
Oh, I'll do it.
Okay, so it's 0
No,
dice.
what
Roll
am
2
I
and
rolling?
take the lowest. See what we've
2
got.
and take the lowest.
So it's wanted.
2d6.
Yeah.
4.
4 is
Well,
the lowest,
the first
and
time
we're
we
on the 6+ heat table, I believe, right?
Mhm.
Demonic notice or
Okay.
show of force.
Oh God! Ooh. You rolled the bad
Demon
one.
approaches the crew with a dark offer.
Hey,
Accept
I like
either
dark
vote
offers.
This is interest or deal with it another way.
Okay.
Dark offers are great. Come on.
This is amazing.
What's show of
I think
force?
I'm going. I vote for show of force there because that is
Oh,
fun, and we've got a
maybe
secret
not.
layer.
So
Zed rolled, and if it was get beat up, we would have made Zed get beat
I
up.
have an idea for
So Zed gets to
Fair.
pick this one
both
too.
of these. So it's up
That's
to you
fair.
which one you pick. The show of force, of course, is very specifically bad, or the demonic notice might be better. Might
And there's a
be
way
worse.
out of the demonic notice. We can say we can
Yeah.
kill some rep and get out of it.
Yes.
Show of force, giving up that claim would not be nice. Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Deal
go
with it another way.
Let's go with demonic notice. Why not? What could possibly go wrong with demons?
Yeah.
Nothing, I'm sure.
Listen, we just need to
Now-
call the Doomslayer and we're good.
Lore-wise, what's the difference between demons and devils, or is there one?
Or they're devils.
Devils, I think,
so.
are just a catch-all term for horrific things. Demons are a specific entity that are usually elemental in nature.
Okay.
One way or another, like fire demons, water demons, things like that.
Soup demons.
Yes, precisely.
Because
Okay.
I had a half an idea of my dear old dad showing up, having succumbed to devilry, but if it's different, it's different.
It is. So, it's always night in Duskwall, but this particular night after the party, you guys all get home. Some of you may still be drunk or beginning to wear off, and you're definitely feeling the effects of the party in whatever way that suits you. And while I guess it would still rain in Duskwall. The book doesn't mention, I think, whether or not it rains. So I think it would still
It
rain.
rains a lot, I thought it said.
Okay, then it's raining, and there's a thunderstorm basically overhead, lightning cracking, dark sky except for the flashes of lightning and thunder, and probably at about 2-3 in the morning, you are all awoken by a mad cacophony of shrieking coming from your lovely neighbor's house, Skurlock.
He's not our neighbor.
Yeah,
He's
the nearest neighbor with power. So, he's like couple houses away. His manor. And the shrieking lasts probably for 1 or 2 hours. It is not, unless you have like earplugs or something like that, it's impossible to sleep. It very abruptly ceases about 2 hours later. 15 minutes after that, there is a loud pounding knock at your door. And before you even get to answer it, I think, who would go to answer the door, actually, is my question. It's 5 a.m. at this point.
I think most of us.
Yeah, Brian's
Yeah.
probably up already, so.
Okay.
Yeah, there is no way I'm going back
As
to
you're
sleep.
you're heading over, probably someone's holding you guys have electric lights, so the lights
Yeah.
are on. The lights flicker for a second and go dark, and then when they come back up, there is a woman standing in front of the doorway. She is sopping wet and covered with black scales, and she has no hair. She stands.
Look for a stone mill somewhere.
Yeah, Hicks is definitely like half dressed with a bat.
And she does the usual like lights flicker, and then she just appears there.
They go look over at Hicks and say, "Is this one left over from one of the parties you had?"
Just shake my head no.
While you guys are talking, she reaches over without looking and like opens the doorway, and Lord Skurlock, not entering, but stands in the doorway, like filling the door frame.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yes.
I say, like, Skurlock, is this yours?
The woman speaks, says, "I'm going to do the talking for now.
Cool.
My name is Sitara. You four have greatly aided us and our cause. And I know that the Spirit Wardens have taken issue with you thanks to your assistance. I come offering a bargain, an alliance, if you will. Me and my sisters, we are planning to make life very difficult for the Spirit Wardens. They would see us destroyed. In response to your service, how would you like to partner with us and gain from their loss if you work with us towards it?"
What are you offering, and what do you want?
She looks at you, Adric, and smiles with her shark-like teeth in a too-wide grin. Says, "Straight to the point, isn't it? The specifics will come with time, dear. I want to know if you are interested in
Hicks raises
more
his hand. And
vials of interesting liquids, in more exotic equipment that you might advance your ventures, of more forbidden knowledge. Spirit Wardens have many secrets that would greatly benefit those who discover them."
Player level, we're at -2 with the Spirit Wardens. -3 is war.
Yes.
Yeah.
In addition, my sisters and I will not bother you in our prowls across the city.
do we know who these people are?
You could ask her. You could
I
try
was trying to ask.
try to learn more information.
Yeah, wait, can I just like I want to try to eyeball her before I ask.
Yeah. Make a study roll. If you want to.
Yeah, I want to do that. That seems appropriate.
Okay.
I think,
this is free play.
Can we just do a
so
team roll
this
in that
will
study,
be-
honestly?
yeah, let's team
let's
roll
do
it.
teamwork roll. This will be risky for all of you. Most times I would say it is desperate, but because she is relatively friendly to you, it's risky instead.
I don't know if you want me studying because I have 0 in it, and I don't want to stress you, homie.
Same.
Well, can you handle the stress of a teamwork? Can anybody?
I mean, I can, but I'd rather not.
Yeah, I think maybe just
I'll
maybe
just
a
one
roll by
regular
roll.
myself. I feel
You
like
guys
the
can
easiest
roll,
answer.
you guys
I
can
mean,
help. You guys can each
I'll
make
pay the
individual
stress to
rolls
help.
if you want.
Okay,
to.
if you'll help, I will accept help. But
Yeah.
I think teamwork is a bit overkill. So risky,
Yeah.
standard, bonus die 1.
Risky limited by default. Actually, this is something very not like she's an obscure entity.
Hold on, let me read what my bird does. Okay, I can't help in this situation with the bird.
Okay.
But
Okay. Oh,
here you do your roll.
Want to study her? Oh no. Okay. I think like when you closely the closer you look at her, the more horrifying she seems to be. Like just the slickness of her scales, the like it's something that reminds you of pictures of leviathans and things like that. It's just something that like makes your spine shiver. And I don't think you know what she is, but you take level 2 harm, horrified. That's not physical harm, it's mental. This is mental harm from like trauma. In fact, not like capital T trauma. This is
So you can
stress
resist
harm.
it?
You can totally
The
resist
last
that.
thing-
This one would be actually with probably insight, I think, but I will double check that.
it's level 2 harm.
It'd probably be resolve, maybe. Oh
I'll
no,
double
maybe
check. I think it's
insight.
insight.
Or
Insight is a
insight.
consequence of understanding, or trying
Yeah.
to in this case. I think.
Yeah,
that's
no,
true.
I'm not disagreeing with the inside point. I'm just trying to. All right, so I can't armor.
There is mental
this.
harm. There is.
Yeah,
harm
no, I
resistance.
understand. Yeah, so I don't have armor or anything I could use against this.
No, that's the downside of non-physical harm.
Yeah. Balls. Alright, I think all I could do is resist it to make it level 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's no way to
There's
pump
like
that
a
to level.
primal, instinctive part of your mind that is screaming for you to run away. It is like
Alright,
prey looking
Bonus
at a predator.
dice. I get 1 stress
Okay.
for bad lady.
Okay, you suppress that part of your mind. You don't know who this person is, but she just yeah. It is all you can do not to run and hide in a small place somewhere under your covers or something like that. Like it's that kind of completely like monster in the closet fear.
I think Zaid is like on the stairs, like Batman style, like partially obscured by darkness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just with his bandana on, and he's going, what'd she say? Like, my sisters will ignore you when
Basically,
we're.
you're not going to be bothered by me or my sisters, and we want your help to fight the spirit wardens. No specifics right now, and she's making it seem like an ongoing, general, broad thing, not a specific score.
What exactly do your sisters do in the dark?
My
a personal
sisters
touch.
have been imprisoned for such a long time. They're eager to stretch their fins, tentacles, or various appendages. They wish to learn about the world as it is now, I'm sure. I can fill them in, of course. They, however, are most eager for revenge against those who imprisoned them. And for now, the Spirit Wardens will do.
I look to everyone, like just try to get a read on them.
Okay.
Perhaps we can extend that to the
Yeah, I
bourgeoisie.
think she like knows you need to think about this. So I think she says, I see that you need some time to consider. I will return in 24 hours. Tell me by then. And she like,
To make it 28, we like to sleep in around here.
there is a flash of lightning and she disappears without responding. Skurlock bows, like it as if it was a force field. He bows right up until he would enter, like past the doorway, and then stops and then says, "Your assistance before has piqued her interest."
Do you know who she is?
Very well, I do. Yes, she is my. And he stops, pauses.
Sugar baby.
No, he says, we are bound to one another. And because of you, I don't think he would pause. I'm trying to think of how he would word it. He says, "Because of you, I no longer am owing a debt to her. We are even."
And if the position was reversed, you were us to steal, would you take it?
Yes.
Is he telling the truth?
Do you want to read him?
Do you have that ability?
I want to ask him. Are you telling the truth?
Okay, you just ask him flat out.
Yeah,
Alright.
you're telling the truth.
Sorry. He says, "I have no need to lie. It is beneath me." And he starts leaving.
When Satara left, did she just like disappear or did she walk out?
No, she did the whole like flash of lightning, like there's a flash of lightning, the lights dim for a second again, and then she's gone when in the split second, just like how she appeared.
Is there any way that Varys can track her?
Oh, there is. You can definitely try, especially with your potency. That's probably what allows you to in the first place, because it would be little to no effect. There is still like a puddle on the ground where she was standing of water.
Yeah.
I really need some
You get a
Let's
booze.
sample?
go scoop that up with a test tube. Yeah.
You can do that. Skurlock is.
Oh, is she like the ring girl, or she's like
She
always
doesn't
like
look.
wet?
No, she is always wet like the ring girl, but she doesn't
She's
look
the
like her.
fish
She's
lady.
like taller, covered in scale, and like
Yeah.
black scales, long claws.
Fish lady.
Black
Leviathan.
Most likely Cthulhu when, the lights are off.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're not looking directly at her, she's a huge tentacled gorgon, like kraken or something. Yeah, she turns into a kraken when no one's looking at her. It's that kind
Cool.
of power.
Cool. Horrifying.
Okay. Do you want to track her immediately, or what do you think?
Yeah, I just
Oh, we're
like
tired of shit. She woke us up in the middle of the night with all of her yelling.
I just want the bird to like just keep on like see where she goes, not like make it obvious, but like up high in the air if he can, right? As far away from the demon as he possibly can fly
Okay.
and track her.
Okay. Roll to hunt. Then is what it seems like you're doing. Tracking someone.
Mm-hmm. I assume risky.
This will be risky. This will also be by default. This will be no effect. I think you can bump it up to limited effect because you have potency.
Because the bird has potency.
Mhm.
Wait, really?
Yeah, the bird has potency because of Ghost Hunter. Hunting
sick.
pet imbued with spirit energy. It gains potency when tracking or fighting the supernatural.
Yep.
And
that's
gains the
great.
arcane
That's
ability.
really cool.
Yeah. What exactly would limited effect mean in this situation? Like I know the general area she goes to.
Yeah, basically, you don't know specifically where she is, but you might know like how she's traveling and the general area or direction she went. But you're not able to like follow her perfectly.
Might slip you a couple times.
Yeah, exactly. You follow her generally and then lose track of her. It's more like tracking by scent or something. Very like it'd be something closer to that. If you want to push yourself, you could.
Because we're gonna hit downtime, I'll push myself.
Okay. So you're able to follow her like a person, which is very a rare gift.
Risky and then standard.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna roll it. 5.
Nice. Okay. So, this is just your crow watching, right?
Yeah, just a crow.
Okay, perfect. Your crow realizes that she hasn't actually teleported. She almost turned into like mist or something. She was basically invisible and ethereal in form, but still in that specific location when she disappeared, and then she ethereally like floated away, and no one could sense her. Except your crow was able to like sense the spirit energy and follow her. She travels over to the canals behind Skurlock Manor. and I think that your bird. Ooh. Possibility. I'm thinking of a few different possibilities here. Okay. So Satara, travels to the canals behind Skurlock's Manor, where it seems that she coalesces into her normal self when no one else is around, and in the water, I don't think there's any physical obvious knowledge that they're there, except that your bird can sense them. There are several. I don't think there's a specific count, but it's if Satar was like a reading on a chart, you're like, okay, I'm getting this reading, and now it's off the scales.
It's like a submarine's like the sonar's like boop 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 boop, boop. Like there's tons of them.
It's not like hundreds. But there's probably give or take a dozen.
Okay.
Other entities like her that she is meeting with and that she speaks to in a like, I don't think she even speaks to them via voice, but she communicates with them somehow and is doing that, and I don't think you can tell what's going on there. I think for a consequence for this though, I think your bird, Varys, starts. You can tell something's weird happening with Varys. Like he's reacting to the demonic energy, or to maybe being like something is happening with him. Maybe it's stress over him, like following demons. Maybe it's something about the magic. Either way, I think I'm gonna take the last box in your side effect. Your treatment's
Cool.
Side effect manifests. And
Okay.
while you are sharing your senses with Varys, you what's the word? When you pull back and exit Varys's mind, you find yourself back in your own body, not where you left it. I think the others who are there because you were in the thing, I think Zaid starts cawing, squawking, and starts acting very strangely. Doesn't completely freak out or anything like that, but is suddenly not able to talk to you guys for like a couple hours. And then that was like 5-6 a.m. that you want tracking them. It's like 9 a.m. now. Suddenly, when you find yourself back in your body, you've lost a bit of time.
I'm like nesting.
Yeah, and yeah, no, the barriers between yourself and Varys have crumbled effectively, and so he'll find himself controlling your body. You'll find yourself in his. There's a lot. It has the potential to be powerful and very dangerous.
Spirit Raven with a sniper rifle. That's great.
Well, first we have to get him used to having arms instead of wings.
Yeah, no.
And
You
then we
probably
can
have
talk.
some bruises from when he tried to fly and jumped and then fell.
Like hopped on the table and like tried to fly.
Yeah.
Running around the living room, say, "Get off the ceiling."
No, it was very, very strange.
God, he just
So-
looked like a loon.
Yep. And so now, in the future, that might happen.
If I like share senses.
If you share sense and things go badly, that is on the table for you basically get kicked out of your body and are now
Okay.
Yeah. So you can try to deal with that later, but I think that's the end of the entanglement scene.
Nice.
Awesome.
And now I think we'll just go back to the normal entanglements. After the mission, you guys get to pick, accept the dark offer, hide until it loses interest. So just like stop answering your door, or like I'm not here. Put up some demon wards and hope that
She rises up from a puddle, and we're all not there. She goes, "Damn it!" and then rises
I
back.
mean,
back.
why not? Why not take it? I don't see a compelling reason not to.
Yeah, I'm
Other than
for
war
it.
with the spirit wardens. that's
I'm
a
still for
compelling
it.
reason not to.
I don't see a compelling reason not to.
They're promising us knowledge about things arcane, and dread it, those whole things are arcane. I want to know more, and they're giving it.
I want killer robots. You know, we free the proletariat, robot factory workers.
It's even better
The
than
only way
uprising, a
to make a
robot
communist
uprising.
society is if you have robots building robots, and thus we get their labor.
Has anyone actually looked?
Problem is
I
it's
had this on my
powered by a
character.
human soul.
Well, Hicks doesn't know
Potato,
that.
potato.
Literally on my character sheet the whole time has been a note about a robot technocracy.
That's
I want
great.
a
No, I
robot.
didn't see that. Okay.
Give
Yeah,
me the
so you can
robots.
totally accept that if you want to, and it actually means you like your stuff with Skurlock will go up to +3, but you will be. That means that you will be expected to help them against the Spirit Wardens too. Like it will primarily be their expectations of you.
Cool.
You can also ask.
But
them
we
stuff.
can
try
call
and
on
do
them.
those
You can
to
call
not
on them as
make
well. I think that you can totally call on them. That might still be a roll, but you can totally do that. It's a bit.
It could be like in a flashback, we're in a better position when we go
Yes.
like, "Hey, we talked to Skurlock, and like
Yeah.
he's gonna bring vampire stuff."
Yeah. Well, yeah. This is specifically like Zatara approached you with an offer of an alliance. In her mind, it was an alliance against the Spirit Wardens. So it's much. They are much more likely to just say yes without needing to roll. If you're like, "Hey, we're gonna hit the Spirit Wardens. Want to come join us?" They'd be like, "Yeah, sure, bring it. I'll
Get
my
in, loser!
axe."
We're attacking the ghost cops.
Yeah, we need the fish cavalry to come in.
Yeah.
Ooh,
so,
that's really cool.
I mean-
With our boat.
So
We'll see.
Yeah.
you and your
How
boat,
this goes.
and yeah, they're not going to bother you and your boat as they prowl the canals and start.
Okay.
You know, when about a dozen water demons have been unleashed on Duskwall. That is.
We got to be on the right side.
I only ask that they leave the proletariat be and attack the bourgeoisie. That's all I care about.
We'll talk.
I
I mean,
Proletariat are
that
friends,
wasn't
not
mentioned.
food.
You could try to convince her after that.
Yeah.
She didn't give us much room to talk before inflicting brain damage.
She was also very vague on what they were doing. She said, like, they're mostly concerned about who imprisoned them, which means the ghost cops. That's like a conversation after the fact.
I believe her words were the ghost cops will do. Actually.
Oh, we'll do.
Yes.
As long as
Okay,
we
so
focus
you
the
accept-
demons.
Yeah. 24 hours later, she shows up again, and you're like, "Yep, you're good. We're all good."
I
Okay.
For
specifically
the
go.
record, Grind was heavily against this.
Okay.
Well,
record.
Now, when you accepting an offer with a demon is not just, "Yeah, we're cool," things like that. She has the
No,
power.
you got to get it tattooed.
Someone is gonna get a ghost contract for this.
IBB.
Okay. Cool.
Ghost contract. I'm all for this.
Yes. So ghost contracts in this case, yeah, you guys do it with each other. So it's, again, this is very Spirit Warden focused. Like neither of you will, like, you'll work together on Spirit Wardens. You'll and when attacking them, and none of you will betray the crew to the Spirit Wardens. Basically, like you are representing the crew. You're gonna want to take the harm if you are. Like, if someone else betrays the crew and you didn't know about it, you're fine. That's not gonna. You won't have broken the ghost contract. But if you let them betray this alliance, or like don't do anything about it, then that will. And I would tell you in advance, because the terms would be very clear if that would be broken.
So basically, a ghost contract, the only difference is you betray it, you're immediately getting harm.
You take level 3 harm immediately as soon as.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun. What happens to them? Do they have a?
If they break it, they get level 3
they
harm.
also take level 3 harm. Yes,
All
Satara
right.
herself. It's
So
a pact
out
like
of-
this is not easily broken.
Okay. So out of this deal, what do we gain?
Right now, you will not
Demon
be harassed
backup.
by water demons, unlike anyone else who uses boats right
Was that on the table before?
Unlike it's about to be on the table for everyone else who uses boats in the city, except you.
Ooh, we could corner the
Yeah.
smuggling market now.
We're gonna start selling guns to everyone.
I think it's time we take that. Well,
Yep.
no, that's to sell the ghosts. Never mind. It's not to sell ghost killing stuff.
No.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We could do a
We're gonna
long-term
have to-
project to make our weapons so that we could do that.
Potent
Do we
against
have to
demons.
get ghost? Do we unlock Ghost Market next? Is that the fun next
Well,
step?
that's to sell 2 demons, right?
Yeah. I don't think we really need to sell to Satara. I'm interested in.
Listen, water demons. You want some stuff? Look at these super soakers. You spray things, but it kills people. It like turns the water into like demon water that boils people alive when it hits them. But you have unlimited. You're just surrounded by water, so you have unlimited ammo. It's great.
Wait, what do we sell? Water? Can we sell
sell
rifles
explosives.
to water demons?
I doubt
Listen,
it.
water demons, I got the best product for you: a black powder rifle. It works perfect underwater.
Yeah, no.
So next alchemy project is a dehydration powder.
Yeah, so we can unlock Ghost Market and sell this to water demons who support
Yes.
us with, I don't know, what can they give us?
We can go around selling dehydration powder to just anybody that lives near a canal. Like, just throw this on the water demon; it'll go away.
Well, now that they're not going to harass us on the water, we might be able to pull in the vultures. Be like, hey, dude, demons aren't harassing us. Why don't you come join us?
You want to get on the water? We can get you on the water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's gotta
we've got
join the
leverage
union.
there.
we can press gang anyone that relies on the canals.
Yeah.
For the price of
not
whatever they
press
ask.
ganging, all right? It's willingly joining the union in order to use the waterways.
It's to take
And
advantage
if they
of
say
union
no, we blow them
protections.
up.
Well, no,
No, if they say no, we just point the
take
demons at
advantage
them.
of union protections, and our
now we're-
our union protections include water demon repellent.
We just give them a fake product that repels water demons.
Well, no, like that's part of the what you get when you
I
join the
don't know if
union.
they've entered into a pact.
You get access to our healthcare plan. You get access to our water demon protection plan. Like it's a whole. It's part of our growing benefits package.
We're working on expanding our healthcare plan to include hulls or becoming vampires
And shadow demons.
and shadow.
One other thing I'll tell you is over the next few days, rumors that are like a story basically surfaces that the vengeful ghost of Rorik attacked Lissa, the leader of the Crows, and severely injured her, but Lissa killed him, like disintegrated his ghost using a lightning weapon she had prepared for this in the process.
Is the neutral
it's not our
territory
problem.
still safe?
The Crows are actually Lissa came out on top, and she actually looks this actually helped to solidify her hold over the Crows, despite the fact that she was physically injured. That fact that like she killed Rorik's ghost herself, even though he attacked her. No, any dissenters within the Crows are dying out, either literally or just not really feeling it anymore.
Yeah.
Not only
So
will
that's
she
just-
kill you physically, she'll wait till you rise from the grave and kill you again.
Exactly. So she is. The Crows are doing fairly well. They're still wrestling for control. They are on that.
Yeah.
They're advancing. Let me check how.
What do we got to do still? We got heat.
We
You
need
got downtime actions, so I'm just informing
yeah,
you if you
downtime.
want to do anything with the downtime actions. The only other thing to check, I'm gonna see how some of the wars are going in case you guys want. Lamplax and red.
I'm sorry, you said wars?
The Lamplax and red sashes. Are
Oh.
war.
It was plural, so I assumed there was other things
Oh
going
yeah,
on.
the vultures and foghounds.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Let's not absorb the vultures right now. We don't want to absorb their war.
Well, we
Maybe
could just
we go end their war and
I think
take
absorb
over.
them.
we
Yeah.
explicitly had to end their war
Lamplax,
before we
red
could absorb them.
sashes. Ooh, red sashes.
I assume
Okay.
the red sashes were the double ones.
Yeah, the red sashes were the double ones, and the lamp. So the war has ended. The two factions have torn each other to pieces. They both had an 8 clock to destroy each other. The red... Oh, I mixed those up. Okay. The lamp blacks and red sashes are actually both destroyed right now. They both filled their clocks at the same time to destroy each other.
Dude, we could swoop in on so many people right now.
The crows are actually taking over this right now. They're vying for control over Crow's Foot.
We need to do a turf. Now is turf time.
So what's happened is the lamp blacks and red sashes they didn't literally destroy each other to the last person. I think that what happened was as they were fighting each other in like the last brawl, like both of the leaders are there, and as they're fighting each other, just at the end of it, I think that the lamp blacks rolled better, so they won that last battle, and then just as it ended, a group of crows come in and just finish off everyone else to take them over. Like,
yeah.
So the crows broke their neutrality.
Well, the crows are not. It wasn't on the neutral ground area that happened. And the crows.
It was a three-way war.
It was a three-way war with the lamp blacks and red sashes fighting each other, and then both of them were planning to, if they won, turn on the crows. And kind of everyone knew this. It was a three-way war. The crows had some inside stuff to deal with first before they dealt with
Oh, and now that's
been dealt with, and now they're moving on and like solidifying their hold on Crow's Foot. They're not fully done yet. With every different piece, there's still some
So now
we
but
need to
the
be careful
leaders of the
now
faction
if we're
of both
doing
factions
things
are
in their
dead.
times.
Yeah, and the lamp blacks and red sashes are pretty much they're literally gone. Like, remove them from the factions sheets. They are both.
Now is the time we do a mission to grab turf.
And Crow's Foot, yeah.
Yeah, we go to Lysa and say, "Want some help?"
Yeah, we need some space. Give us another block. Expand our.
Yeah. So if someone wants to update the factions, you can just actually remove lamp blacks and red sashes. They are
All right, I got that.
no longer there. The crows are a higher tier. They haven't. Yeah, they're not done fully reestablishing themselves.
I'm actually not going to remove them. I'm just going to put dead next to them because that's more fun.
Yeah. That's fair.
Well, I want to see the graveyard. What?
We're at 0. Tier 0s. There we go.
I think you might be able to literally move them down.
Bear members for gangs.
Yeah, I can.
We could recruit leftover members. Yeah.
Yeah, leftover. I
We
doubt
could
you could
do-
recruit both leftover, but you could pick a side and recruit some of them.
Yeah.
The lamp blacks.
We can do what's it called? We can do a mission where we take turf, where the goal of the mission is to get turf and cohorts.
Yeah,
That's
that helps
equivalent to
on many
one.
sides.
Because that's equivalent to one crew upgrade, like checking a turf box and checking
The cohort box.
the cohort box is equivalent to one
And
crew upgrade. That seems reasonable for a score.
and we're about to advance again, so we could make them that cohort elite.
Yeah.
We could.
Yeah. We do the
they'd
mission.
be veterans.
Yeah. It's show of force on our turf to lock down anyone that's run there.
Yeah.
Oh,
like to protect people?
No. Anyone that's kind of like run in, because we have turf in
Crow's Foot?
In Crow's Foot.
Crow's Foot.
Mhm.
Crow's Foot Canals is our sales territory. We do a show of force and we just beat down anyone that's there and drag them off, and now they're part of our gang.
Oh,
Basically,
maybe not
set it up
exactly.
as a safe place because we've got safety from whatever's happening on the canals. We've got safety
Yeah, if
there.
you want
but
out
it's a
from
matter
the
of
gang
you
wars
join
in
us,
general,
we give
this
you
is,
safety.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just trying to. Okay.
There's a lot of different.
The other point
there's
is
a lot of different potential ways to do that.
Yeah.
But let's.
Show of force on our territory is the best way to do it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we show a force
in
on our
terms of
territory.
it'll give you a bonus. You'll get a free gathering information.
We pick, let's say, I'm pretty sure we're going to pick the lamp blacks. We say, hey, surviving lamp blacks, you can exit through Crow's Foot through our canals, and we'll protect you from either leftover red sashes.
I don't think we want to. We have to do a show of force, so we have to crush a red sash party that's fleeing or something.
Basically, yeah, you come to us, but then when red sashes show up, you fight them because the red you're simultaneously giving safety,
Enforcing
but
borders.
also you'd be luring the red sashes there. Either way, we have downtime to do first.
Yeah.
Right.
So, what do you guys want to do? I'm sure we've had a week to think about it, and some stress needs to be relieved. Some wounds need to be healed from a couple people.
If let's just get the healing out of the way since I'm probably going to be the one doing it, right?
I don't need healing because I'm still tough.
Needs healing?
Well, I got hurt from the bad lady staring at my brain, so I don't know how I'm supposed to fix this.
It can still be treated. Any harm can be treated this way.
I know.
It's not the exam table. It's the couch in the nice room with.
I gotta cry. It's the next day after we agreed. It's like I thought this headache would go away after we accepted the deal.
Do you have a nightmare about her, or is that not what you think Hicks would be like?
Do I have what?
A nightmare.
A nightmare.
Maybe. I don't know. He's just like I can't. Anything he expresses is about how he just can't get her out of his head.
Okay. Brian, are you treating that? Do you?
Yep.
Can you assist?
All right.
Bonus die because I'm good at it, and submit 4.
Okay. You also get a bonus die. Is it? If it is, there's a bonus die when an ally helps you on an action, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
Is that included?
So there's one more in there.
I would assume it is.
Okay. So 2 ticks on the healing clock.
Balls.
And actually, let's flip it for a second. Like push yours back, put my heal in front of it because it might change something. Because I just since I can't heal myself without taking stress.
Okay.
I think Grind's been seeing Stasia a little bit more often, like socially.
Okay.
And she's probably been spending a bit more time around our place. And it's a weird, I've got a ghost wife and the weird thing. But so there's a distance there, but I think there's a little bit of something going on. Yeah, I think she's just around a bit more.
Okay.
And helping out.
Okay.
So she's gonna help me heal, and that means that narratively, like I want to set this up so that yes, there's a love triangle with my dead wife because that's fun. But
dead ghost wife who may or may not be obsessed with vengeance. Don't worry, that'll be fine.
But also there's an apothecary around a lot. Yeah. So
okay.
Oh God!
Did you tell her about the ghost of Sierra at all? By the way, do you warn her, let her know?
I mean,
didn't she already warn her?
I think that's like that was the priestess, that Melissa that I talked to about that. Probably not yet. That seems like 5th date conversation.
Yeah. So you know how my wife is dead.
Listen, this is getting a little serious. There's something you need to know.
Okay.
It's very spooky.
And she's right behind me. I know you can't see her. Something.
So yeah, I will roll my own healing for that, which sucks. Ooh. That's what, not even a tick? 1 tick?
That's one tick.
All right. Well, I only have level 1, so it's not that bad. But but yeah, would her being around and helping me heal everyone else give us more dice or not?
It would not, because it's either a friend or contact, and you as a friend of the other PCs would already fulfill that role. So
gotcha.
It would help you, but it wouldn't help anyone else except you.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's 2 down. Sorry, I was trying to get you better than a 5 on that tinker roll, Hicks. But yeah, anybody else need healing? Adric? No? Okay.
No,
we're good then.
I still have the
2
hobo
downtime
staff
actions
in the robot
used.
fight.
I drove about
Yeah. I mean, I have my first one is just gonna be my vice. If you have anything more substantial, Marissa.
I've got two slightly more substantial ones, but go ahead, do your vice. Nothing for me
Okay.
is going to be a.
Yep.
Devil's
Just
bargain, someone figures out who you are.
you cut out.
Oh, Devil's bargain. If you want one on this roll, that I could put a tick in. Everyone knows who the Phoenix is.
No, I'm good. I'm rolling 2 dice.
Okay,
I'm good.
just thought I'd ask.
That's something I don't want to fill. Because that makes everything bad.
Okay.
Coward.
Listen, you saw the end of Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Actually, that's the one Marvel movie I haven't seen yet.
It's decent.
You
I
gotta
still
watch it.
preferred Homecoming, but it's decent.
Yes.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm down to 2 stress now. I was 1 away from stressing out.
Wow. Okay.
Good time to roll a 6.
Yeah, I think I'm again because Steam Explosion just sort of Batmaning around Melvier's place,
Okay.
and there's
Right.
probably a conversation like, "Hey, it happened."
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And so she would ask you questions. Like she doesn't know what's going on really. She would ask you questions. Again, she's a witch doctor, I believe is what the scripture is. So she doesn't.
Yeah.
She would ask you questions that are not identical to what a doctor would ask, but not that dissimilar in this case.
I assume Zayd was told, "Yeah, you were squawking like a bird." Like it's not like he's left in the
Yeah.
dark on that.
Yeah, no, so she's like, okay, I need to. She's like, okay, I'm gonna see what we can do, and she will. I think she won't go out and say it, but she'll say that if you're able to like find out any more information yourself or bring it to her or things like that, if you learn anything more, let me know. Basically, yeah. She's feeling quite like this is above her pay grade.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I
she
gotta find
also
a specialist.
asks you how you are feeling, and if remind me, this goes up by 1. The gunshot victim dies, clock goes up by 1. And she asks you if you still think it's a good idea to try and save this guy.
Because the only thing that's weird is when he like shares senses, or like there's sometimes that barrier is broken down where instead of like sharing, it's like swapping, like Freaky
Right
Friday,
now, yes,
right?
and it might like again. This is it right now. That is what it is. It might change. It might get worse. It might not. It's not clear.
Yeah.
It's something about this weird connection between you and your bird. And in order to save this person, Melvir said that she has to
needs to make
the
a similar
same thing
connection
with another magical creature. At least that's like significant creature. The Death Seeker Crow is what she knows will work, but she doesn't know if it has to be a Death Seeker Crow specifically.
It could just be some other like weird creature.
Yeah.
So
if you can bring her one of those, that'd be great. She's gonna look for one by herself, but
yeah, my next action is probably gonna be looking for a weird magical creature to bring her. Yeah. But so he would say,
yes, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's yes because it's been X amount of time since it's been done to me, so we could probably assume it'll take that long for him. And if I'm already working toward fixing it, by the time I have it fixed or know sort of what's going on, we can start fixing him too, right?
Okay.
Perfect. Like I'm the guinea pig.
Yes.
I'm just going to point out that this is the kind of shit that led to Naruto getting a 9-tailed beast sealed inside of him. Just
listen, if this dude turns into Naruto,
ninja president, it's okay. Everything's fine.
Yeah. Listen, I was going to make a Naruto reference. I don't know anything about Naruto other than jutsu.
Yeah. I have not watched Naruto beyond the first 50 episodes, something like that, which is not a lot in
Yeah,
Naruto
it's a
terms.
time investment, that damn
I've
series.
watched too much of it, and it's not worth it. I can't recommend it. It's not worth watching.
It's not worth
all
the
of it.
time.
It's just
Well, I mean,
straight
there's-
up.
There's literally hundreds of episodes you can skip.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not worth the time to watch all of it. It's actually, if you care at all, just look up a highlight reel. I don't know. There's not a good way to recommend to consume.
There's gotta be,
a
like,
monstrosity.
How there's Dragon Ball abridged? There's gotta be Naruto
The
abridged,
thing
right?
is, I don't want abridged. I just want like a playlist version of the series that takes it from however many episodes it is and reduces by 80% to just the 20% important like storyline bits.
Mm-hmm.
I just need like a supercuts, like
Yeah.
where they just throw episodes away, or cut some episodes in half and paste them together, or whatever you need to do to make it watchable. But anyway, I have to do a vice, not a vice. I have
Oh,
downtime action.
Marissa didn't
You got to
go.
think.
I'm actually going to be waiting for Zaid when he gets home, and I'm basically going to say, "Hey, you wanted to help? Help me now."
What do you need?
I want to check out the gondol doing why they want this house. So my intention is basically prowl and figure out what is it, why do they want this place. I'll take the streets, you take the roofs. I'm not going up there, but another set of eyes would be helpful.
Good idea, Boy Wonder. Away! Yeah, I will take
we
a
really
strike to
need
help
that
you.
Clothier upgrade so we can get a nice red suit for Adric.
Another reason.
I'm wearing red. Adric has to wear black.
Yeah,
I
fits the
still
color
want my
palette.
white. I want white.
Everyone
Oh.
needs their signature colors. That's what's the important part.
If I'm the Phoenix, Adric has to be the dove, just because it's so ironic.
Okay.
I love it, and I want it so bad.
I
Another
have
reason I
created
want
a new
purple
faction called
is
the
Boot
Demons
Boot.
of Satara. That, instead of Skurlock, that is who we were at Allied 3 with. Because that is
Okay.
who
Yeah,
we
but not our patron though. Skurlock's our
Skurlock
patron.
is your patron. The Demons of Satara is who we were allied with. They are a faction. I put them under the Fringe. And they are, of course...
That seems right.
Yeah, they're definitely on the fringe.
And what level are they?
4. They are a level
4.
4 faction.
We cult though.
Wait, so I still have to deal with the damage from trying to figure out who they are, but now they're just on our faction list.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, now
That
we
might-
know who they are.
Honestly, that might change my backup character, who their strange friend positive is.
Oh, because, yeah, a Whisper can have Satara as a...
Or Skurlock.
Or Skurlock. Yeah. So,
Yep, I changed that because I assume we're gonna keep that +3 for a while.
I have made some clocks
Yep,
for the...
we gotta
We
keep
damn well better.
Yeah. No, it's a good fast track to a +3, but we should just hold on to it for dear life.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna roll a prowl, and risky standard doesn't matter. And 1 bonus dice from help from Zaid.
Yep.
6.
Yeah.
Nice.
Lovely. 3 ticks on buying the house.
Okay.
So, what is up with them? Why do they want it?
Yeah. So the gondoliers seem interested in the house. As you're like sneaking around and you hear them talking about it, and I think maybe you were shadowing them as they were doing a tour of the house. They seem to be under the impression that there is some kind of like the house used to be a noble house, and it seems to have some kind of arcane secrets associated with it. The gondoliers aren't yet sure if it is like a curse, basically, where whoever owns the house and bad things happen, or if it's protected, and they're like, okay, we need to figure out which one it is, and if it's cursed, we need to cleanse the curse, and if it's protected, we should buy it and use it because it's because of that. And so they are kind of scouting it out, but they're quite sure there's some kind of magic or supernatural element in the house's history that's still affecting it.
Okay. Lovely. I hand it on over to Hicks.
Oh, well, mine's less. Nothing I want to do is super interesting. They still need to heal, killing all of the stuff we have to do. I know there was a suggestion to spend the floating coin, but we can do that. That's fine. But I also want to spend a coin, mostly because we got to get this heat down.
Let me know
We do.
when you want Ulf Ironborn to show up. If you want it to be
Not-
after downtime or in
Not
between.
today.
It's going to be today, but
Tomorrow.
it might be after all the downtime. But if you want to have him show up before then, let me know.
Yeah. I don't know. Do I need to go to a real doctor to keep working on my?
You can ask Ryan to look at it again. If you want.
Yeah, I'll probably come back in a couple days because I don't know, something about always having harm makes it so much harder to do everything. So it's just
Mhm.
the first thing I want to do with downtime is get rid of any harm, but that means I can't work on my stupid secret projects. Or not even secret, my secret tunnel projects, my public
Yep.
secret tunnel project. Yeah. So I'll probably ask Ryan if he can help with that again.
Okay.
So yeah, you have
2 bonus dice there. Come
Still,
on, 6. Nope, just a 5.
That
That's
five's
still 2
enough.
ticks.
That's 2. That's 2, meaning it clears.
and the 2 goes down to level 1.
No, I reduced it. I resisted,
You
down
resisted
to
it.
level.
You're right. Okay, yeah, it's gone
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah, so it's gone completely. I just hate going into a new mission with harm because it means
Yeah.
that I start with less effect, so I have to. It burns through everything so much faster.
Yeah.
And then we got to reduce heat, so I will spend a coin for it
Okay.
to do another downtime action to reduce heat.
What? How are you reducing heat? What does it look like? What are you doing?
I'm gonna go talk to. I don't have. I'm gonna talk to one of my volatile friends.
Ooh.
I know a seditionist.
Of course you do.
I
Okay.
don't know. I just want to cause some like. I should pick a precinct. I was recently kicked out of the bar in Night Market, so
Yeah.
in Night Market, I want to start like a riot outside of the precinct.
How does
to
that
try to-
reduce your heat?
Oh, and reducing heat, as in redirect resources.
Redirecting heat.
Redirecting heat.
Redirecting heat.
Yeah, our case goes to the back of the pile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're promoting. You're like it's not clear to them that it's you, but they're like, hey, hang on about this
I am
bomb stuff.
supplying.
We got someone who's. We got
I
some
basically
riots.
am bringing a crate of grenades to my seditionist friend and being like, "Do you want to have a
Here.
riot?"
Yeah,
Hey, it's
for
too
most
tough
people,
riot.
they
You
would
wanna have a
raise an
riot?
eyebrow when you ask if you want to have a riot. But for a seditionist, I think the answer by default is yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm imagining Hicks walking up to his door with a crate of grenades, setting them down, and then knocking. Do you want to start a riot?
If you
By the way,
want,
it's a crate of grenades with a 12-pack on top of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
it's totally like there's like.
if you want, as a devil's bargain, I will take one out of supply because you brought so many grenades.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay,
that works.
perfect. I will take that.
I'll take that. No one's told. No, we haven't had a group meeting about
About the supplies
about
issues.
supply issues
Yeah.
yet.
I know
Okay.
who's not the quartermaster now.
No, it's not me. It's not, it will never be me.
All right.
I don't know what I even.
I could
roll
see
on
this as wreck, causing like great distraction.
Oh, wreck.
That's
I
a-
can wreck.
yeah.
All right. It doesn't matter. It's a downtime action.
+1 because you have your seditionist friend. +1 from Devil's Bargain.
Boopity boop. I wreck
Crit.
the precinct.
You
It's a
crit
crit.
it. Reduce heat by 5.
Reduce
I think-
heat by 5.
I think it's 5.
3, 4. We
Yeah.
are down to 2
Thank
heat.
you. What have
It's
you
such a-
destroyed?
The precinct.
So yeah,
The
I think
literal.
someone throws a grenade through one of the windows and like a third of a big chunk of the downstairs of the precinct gets blown up, and then everyone like freezes and scatters, and there's no rest that they're able to make from this because everyone immediately scatters, and it's just like a disaster.
And this explains why Stasia's around, because that's where she works. It's closed.
Yeah, she's like,
because of
I'm
riot.
not. You know what? They might question me about this whole thing. She wasn't in the riot, but she was like, there's like grenades
My house got
and you
blown up.
guys.
Can I stay with you for a little
and-
bit?
Yeah.
Normally, I'd think that
I
was
don't
a
think it's that her
line,
house
but
blew up. I
I
think it's
know
that there's
Hicks.
so many more cops in Night Market during this time that she can't really sell her illicit drugs. as
Her
much. So
drugs.
she's like, yeah, she's not an essential worker and she's taken a short break from work.
Ah, yes. Drug dealers, not essential workers. People, stay home.
I might have a difference of opinion there, but
Actually, legally, you are wrong. In the
I
state
know.
of Florida, at least, never closed because it was considered an essential business.
What never got closed?
Yeah.
dispensaries.
Dispensaries
No.
in Florida never got closed because they were an essential
Yeah,
business.
I know. I don't think.
I'm talking about illicit drugs.
I understand. Just
Yes. Either way, that is a very good roll. Totally
Yeah,
worth
I
the
mean-
rate of grenades.
yep.
Okay.
I reckon. All right, that's one way to reduce heat. I don't know. I have more money to spend.
Adric's
Anyone
going
else
to
have a downside action?
I think Adric wants to do something.
Adric's going to go and study in the library. He's training in Resolve. He wants to figure out what on earth that thing was, and I'd figure by the end of it, he'll probably figure out at least the terminology of Hull.
Okay. Cool.
He's checking out some library books.
Wait, so are you doing Resolve or Insight?
I'm
Didn't
training in
figure
Resolve.
Adric
That's
for a
what we've
reader.
got the thing in, and but it's really hard to try and figure out how do you train Resolve, especially as I'm kind of going at this from the Attune angle.
Yeah, with a tune under
just-
Resolve, it's
You just
yeah,
read ghost books.
exactly.
But
Encounters with the
reading it
supernatural.
specifically under Insight was my point.
101 ghost stories about 6 towers.
She opens up, or Adric opens up the a book on like meditation. that's what you start to do. It's like meditation for dummies.
How to connect with your ghostly spirit while it's still in your body.
How to connect with your inner spirit.
Yeah.
He gets incredibly
Off to the-
frustrated with this and says,
Yes.
"Forget this."
Talk to the ghost inside.
Yeah.
I have this picture of Adric just throwing the book over his shoulder and fucking hippies and just.
If that's the case, he's going to do that and then, head on off over to Hicks, because that actually was something, another conversation I want to have. And I wanted to know. I want to learn what it takes to kill one of these.
Robots?
Yeah, you seem to be interested in that. What do you need? What can I do to help?
I think the first thing we gotta do if we want to kill one is we
Is
have to
make
build one.
All right, what do you need?
I don't know what these are. So
You need
let's-
one to study.
Grab
I need one
a
to
book,
study.
poinset thing. Think it's this?
Yeah. Would we possibly have access to are Hull's common knowledge? Are their existence a thing we know about?
Not by
Well,
default.
only because you got fried by one.
Yeah. So you probably have like some sketch of a machine that can hold a ghost, but not necessarily like give it mobile limbs and taser hands.
Yeah, there's like vague, like it's
It's like a
the
mechanical
name
box. that
Hull has never been used, but it's like a boogeyman-esque like stories of weird robotic creatures. Like but it's not common knowledge. It's much
know
less
who
common than
would
something
know?
like Bigfoot.
Gerlach and the Demon Lady.
Our good friend Skurlock.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's totally
the other
possible.
thing is, I'm not a tinkerer, really.
Yeah. You destroy, you don't really build.
Yeah, I'm not really a tinkerer. It's like,
No.
this might, in all honesty, I'm as curious as I am about how these get destroyed. I may not be the person to make one. When you have one and we need to get past its armor plating, I might have a solution.
And we ask Ryan.
Yeah, I have plenty of things to cut through metal, nothing to make a ghost stick to it.
If I get a yes from should we ask Ryan, I'm heading off to find him right there, expecting you to follow.
Yeah, I follow, and I'm like looking through I have like a box with acid in it, and I'm like, well, don't eat through that plating. Did we figure it out? It's like that's all I got. It's like it breaks stuff.
What is the pH level needed to burn through this metal?
If I find you, I guess knocking on the door or whatnot.
Yeah, Grind's probably just at a workbench, tooling around with some chemicals.
Hicks says we need you to make a hole.
What is a hull?
The robot we fought. We're trying to build one so we can practice on it. So the next
Also
time we fight a
picturing it,
robot,
points at
we
it.
can break it.
Yeah, you've finally broke it, have you? You want one of those running around here? You're crazy.
No, we want to know how.
We want to make a training dummy version so we can beat it up, and then we beat up the real one.
I've never seen one before. It's obviously very powerful and powered by something.
Yes, it seemed to have a mind of its
But-
own. Maybe there's like a pheasant they have shoved into the robot to have a prey sense or something.
Given the nature of the spirit wardens, I would not put it past them that this is some kind of hoodoo nonsense.
You think there's a spirit warden inside? Like there's a person in
It's
armor?
possible, yeah. Maybe. I don't. This is not something I studied.
If you
We
don't
can
know
do some
Hicks
work.
and
We
you
get-
don't know Grind, where do we need to go to find someone who does?
Well,
I don't know. Have you ever seen a
the
robot
problem is
before?
the problem is the spirit wardens are the ones with these mechanical monsters.
We need
And,
to hit them harder and take some of their notes. We have to break into their labs.
Yeah, we're going to need schematics, plans, perhaps samples of the armor plating.
And this, and I hold up the flask of goop that we don't know what it is. Like we also got this. This might help.
Is there any way I can identify that damn thing? Like, I'm an alchemist.
Right away, as an alchemist, you know it's not something you have seen before. It's not it's not like out of any of the formulae you have encountered and seen. It's not any of those. You could try to identify it though, if you want to take and run some tests on it. Without uncorking it is one thing. With uncorking it is another.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna have to. Ooh. This isn't a downtime action, so something terribly wrong could happen here.
Oh,
Oh, don't worry.
what did you say?
I mean, yeah, I guess that Brian's first, like, he would want to know what it is, so he would screw with it. Sure.
Okay. And
So
this
it's-
is
whatever.
free play, not downtime?
Is there a way to make it? There's no like downtime action to do this.
You
is
make it
there?
a long-term
Gather-
project to figure out what the
Spend
goop
a
is.
coin, and it makes it downtime.
Well, yeah, if you can spend a coin to do a downtime action, but in terms of what type of downtime action it could be, you can gather info as a downtime action roll.
Oh, that's true.
So that's
Yeah,
the main way.
Yeah, why not? Let's do that to protect the home base from possible
Explosions.
ghost incursion. I don't know. It could make a portal to hell. I don't know what this thing is.
I mean, we've already had demons and a literal ghost floating around our house already. What could make it worse?
A
Our
portal
house.
to
Okay.
hell.
Whatever our house is secure against, it is not the supernatural.
So this is study, right? Yeah.
Yes, you're studying it.
Okay. Have one dot. What is the position here? Just so I know what I'm getting into.
All right, free play.
Because it's downtime, do I take stress to help?
Oh yeah, it is downtime.
If it is downtime, then yeah, position effect doesn't matter, and no, you just help. You don't take stress to
Yeah,
help.
then if there's no stress to
Oh.
help, I'll help.
That
Okay.
means I wouldn't have taken stress to help Adric, right?
If Adric was doing it as a downtime, no, you wouldn't take stress to help.
No, I was doing it as a downtime, so no stress there.
Yeah, it's not even necessarily you're helping, you're just accompanying, basically.
Yeah,
That's what it
I'll
is.
accompany the study of the jar.
You bring books.
Yes.
I bring the jar.
Okay. So position effect doesn't matter as a downtime. You're doing it slowly and carefully, and there's not going to be any negative consequences from this.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter if we're all rolling poorly.
Devil's bargain.
If you spend so much time studying it that you neglect Sierra a bit and take up that clock for her losing herself to vengeance by 1, you'll probably learn some more information.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, perfect.
That's in character for Grind. That was probably a thing during their marriage that he spent way too much time at work.
Okay.
So that's another bonus die.
I'll leave the electroplasmic ammunition on your nightstand.
That sucks. 3.
That is not great. We haven't actually done. We've done some gather information rolls. I think 1.
We've done like 1, yeah.
Yeah.
But when I was trying to figure out like where the spirit wardens were weakest, and then there was still a robot.
Yeah, gathering information is a handout here. I just showed it to everyone. So it's an action roll. There we go. And sometimes it can be done as a long-term project in this case. So in this case, I think it is that you will effectively learn very little. But I can open up a clock for you to learn more. It's not impossible.
Yeah, we learned that we need to do a long-term project.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, you learn that this thing is very strange. It's like you've noticed that sometimes when you study it's very viscous and sometimes it's very thin and watery. It doesn't seem to have consistent properties. It's one of the strangest substances you have ever encountered.
Now, upon completing the project for this, would I know the formula?
You will know everything about it. I'm not going to say you know the formula, but you can identify it. That would be how to make it. This would be actually like everything about what it is. So be and
then
first
depending on what it is, a follow-up project.
Then you could try to learn the formula. Yeah,
a follow-up project for the formula.
Yeah, I think this one isn't crazy. It's gonna be a 6 clock.
Okay.
So actually, I will put this in the party one. You can put that in your character sheet, learning about the vial of
Yep.
black liquid. It isn't completely like you still learn some stuff. Let me see what I can tell you. It will be minimal.
3
but
is simply
something.
one tick on a long-term project.
Yeah, okay. 1 tick on a long-term project makes a lot of sense.
Just to follow the logic of the rules of the game there.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you said it was a 6 clock, right?
Yes.
I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I will tell you is, it seems that the magical circle and cork, it occurs to you that it probably shouldn't be uncorked without at least full knowledge of what of how to use it.
Okay. Little binding oil around the cork there.
Mhm.
Put it aside.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be like World War I chlorine gas. That's what it
Mustard
is.
gas.
Mustard gas.
Ghost mustard gas.
Because of your ability to research
No,
it
actually-
without uncorking it at all.
I have the upgrade for ghost mustard gas. I can do that.
Yeah. Okay.
So how many downtime actions has everyone done? I've done 1. Was
I've
that okay? You've done 3.
I just did 2.
Okay.
But 2 of mine
No,
were
all I have,
healing.
yeah, all I have
okay.
left is my stress stuff. So
I wanted to go look for exotic weird animals.
Okay. Awesome. As a downtime action.
To Full Metal Alchemist combined with the gunshot victim.
yeah, you're
Yes.
you're fusioning.
Yeah, I'm fusion. Ha. That's what I'm doing.
All right. Well, this seems like an acquire asset roll. That just would be an asset
Oh.
you give away.
I was thinking long-term project, but if acquired asset is what it
isn't-
is.
For someone like you, I don't think it's that hard, especially with your crow and being able to there's a supernatural entity. Like I can tell it's there because of my ghost hunter.
In that case,
don't
would it
think it's
be
long-term
hunt to figure out where it is? Because it is.
It's up to you how you're going about it. If you're trying
Tell
to
your crow to literally take down
if you're
another
trying to
crow.
go find a supernatural critter somewhere in Duskwall and trap it and keep it like something that was wild, you could do that. You could also go to try and find one that's illicitly for sale and buy it already in a cage.
If it's acquire asset, you just roll the cruise tier.
Oh,
Also true. Yeah, it's up to you how you do it, but that is what acquire asset is.
I'll just acquire asset. It's just one die, and then I can spend coin to upgrade it, right?
Yes, and that'll affect that will affect the exotic nature of the creature, and that will affect how things will go for the treatment.
Cool. Yeah, I'll just do that. So fortune roll, one die. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, never mind. I was reading it wrong. If you want to go above exceptional, it's 2 coin per level. I was making sure that.
Oh, okay. Can you devil's bargain this?
I can't think of anything right now. Oh, and Red Sash's make a move is obviously no longer there because they're gone.
I can. I don't know if it would affect us directly, but I can think of a devil's bargain. Like he stirs up a bunch of supernatural fucking animals, and they're all over the place now.
I don't necessarily see that as bad for you guys. Also, there's already a bunch of demons that have been stirred up.
I can think of one. We open a clock for Costa comes to our Casa. Because we haven't interacted, Costa. And
You're right. I'm going
Zaid.
to accept that, but not if it's at your house. I'm going to accept that she
comes to find me.
Yeah, Costa.
I'll take that.
I'll also leave it at the appropriately on if it makes a move.
Yeah.
And that'll be
because
she's like you saw. She's been looking for you, as well as Steiner, who's now working with her.
She's been looking for the Phoenix, right?
Correct.
But she might be like, "Hey, Steiner says Zaid's in town. Zaid can help me find the Phoenix."
Okay.
Right? Like I think that's her angle here. Unless the other one fills up, then she's like, "Oh, Zaid is the Phoenix. I need to find him."
I see. In that case, I'm gonna make it a 4 o'clock. If it's she doesn't know you're the Phoenix, she just hits you up for help.
Yeah.
Then it'll just be a 4.
I like that because then that kind of makes me want to keep the Phoenix clock from not ticking more. Because if that ticks and she comes, then she's like, "Oh, we're gonna go shooting, buddy."
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I'll take that. Yeah. Acquire pet. Gain pet. That didn't roll, right?
No, you should have another roll, another die.
I'll just roll the 5.
5. Okay, that's better. So that's
Ew.
equal to your tier. The tier 1, quality 1 creature. Do you want to increase the quality of that? Which will make it more. The treatment will be easier or more beneficial later.
I'm gonna say
More likely to
if it's 1 coin, just 1 coin.
1 coin to increase it to tier 2.
Yes, because my bird is a fine hunting pet, so I'm making this thing fine. Also.
Fine. Okay, cool.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fine hunting jackalope.
Yeah, I guess my question is, what type of creature do you get, and how is it supernatural?
It's some sort of Akarosi animal.
Okay.
Like a polar bear?
No.
I could see it as like an actual hound of some kind.
I like a hound, but for some reason my brain went to like giant frog of some sort, like a weird frog, like a dog-sized frog.
Yeah, it's
But
like
it's
this
not
weird
like devil horns.
amphibian frog creature.
No, it's a lizard. It's like this weird, like a demonic
Dog-sized
iguana.
hunting lizard. Oh yes, dog-sized hunting iguana. That's great.
Yeah.
Did Satara help you find it?
Maybe she a little like Lady in the Lake style, like hand pointed toward the house I needed to go to.
Okay. Yeah. So you come up with this thing. It's like on a leash. It isn't acting like a dog. Like it's acting like a big lizard. So it
Yeah.
kind of it'll walk. It'll like move with you, but it doesn't have. I've never seen a hyper lizard before. It just.
Oh,
doesn't
it's
have
like
the
a
energy of
Komodo
dog.
dragon type thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Though, look up saltwater iguanas. They're gross and scary and exactly what you want.
Yeah, it's like the Galapagos iguanas, right?
They're like all crusty and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. You.
Yeah.
Find that just fine.
I just
Hand it
I
over to
bring
Meteor.
it to her and I go, here you go.
Okay.
Found it.
Yeah. No. She thanks you for it, and she says, "Let's. I'll let you know how it goes."
Mm-hmm. It's a fine beast.
Yep.
As I throw a literal rat at it as it eats it.
Yeah.
I was given a bag of rats as food.
These things
That's
are already
great.
monsters.
Yeah. Yeah. It would have like a weird power, like the Death Seeker crows like can sense dead bodies. Like it doesn't have to be an obtuse thing.
No, it shoots geysers of water.
It
Like
shoots
a
like
Pokemon.
it's like steam.
I'm
It
sending
shoots
a video.
steam. It's like
Out of its
red.
tear ducts.
It's out of its
Out of-
nose. It's out of its nose. They actually do this, but this one's like fire hose.
Oh, okay.
Well, like
Just an
because they're from
ugly-ass
like
Squirtle.
they're from demon lands, they're also part demon, so they're shooting like super
Oh yeah,
hot
it's gross
water.
and it's Icarus.
It's gross and it's like super like
Sticky, probably.
boiling.
Sticky
Yeah.
and hot. It's like it's like tar-like is what I'd imagine it is.
Yeah.
They excrete
Okay.
salt crystal from nasal glands by sneezing in real life. I'm assuming they something creepier for the demon.
Great. Okay.
Ooh.
Cool.
Pressurized salt is actually a thing that can like take your flesh right off.
Oh yeah.
It's bad.
Real
I'm just
bad.
gonna write down this.
Yeah, these are Galapagos, yeah.
Yeah, I sent you the videos. They're great. They're already monsters.
They're monsters, but if you put like Steve Urkel glasses on them as they're doing that sneeze, they're adorable. Like
Okay. Who's next?
I need to indulge some vice because I
Mhm.
don't like trauma. So I think the day after the score, which is the night after Demon Lady came in, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's still raining. Grind gets up early and is grumbling about making deals with demons as he leaves the house. Makes his way down to Char Hollow, seeks out people with, steam burns and such, and begins treating them.
Okay.
Have you been scolded recently in a tragic vehicle accident? Come see me at
Yeah.
my booth.
Stop and get a bunch of aloe and bandages, and
Okay. I think right now it's still pretty early on. There's mostly like just a few disappearances or a couple like mysteriously sunken like canoes or like small boats. Nothing like armored or huge. Like it's right now pretty not apparent at all. But there are some
the
people.
water demon thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a thing. Okay.
But
but yeah,
you see that. But for the steam, yeah, you could totally do that.
yeah, I think we get it, like the backing track's very depressing on this one. Like Grind like feels bad that he burned all these people. Like nothing is going his way at this point. Yeah, and he's just going around trying to help people, and that temporarily assuages some guilt. Let's see how much. 3. That
guilt.
sucks, but that's not bad.
3 guilt.
3 guilt.
3 units of guilt. I don't know how that's measured.
That's a different.
Guilt
place.
is a great term that could be like in
Could be a
another
good-
Blades hack for stress.
Yeah, like Yeah, like a Forge in the Dark game. You don't have stress, you have guilt.
Yeah.
It made
Well, this would be
It makes me
vigilantes. This would be for like Blades
Wait,
vigilantes.
No, we were talking about a Rising Tide PvP game.
Oh yeah.
Guilt would be good if it's like you're sad about everyone you have to push down to survive, kind of thing.
That'd be great.
It makes me think of like there's like in economics there's like utility versus like price or whatever, right? Like those sort of graphs. I'm imagining guilt versus price and how much you charge people based on your guilt.
Yep. I'm feeling like my guilt level is probably 5 out of 10. So yeah, I'll average prices for today. Okay. Yeah, so you clear some stress. I imagine that's not that much for you.
I've still got 4 pips right now, so
Okay.
that's not fantastic, but I'm not going to trauma out immediately.
How much did you? Oh, only 3. Okay.
Okay. Any other downtime actions?
Adric should have one more for free.
No, I've used both my free, one for the training
Oh.
and one for the clock on the house.
Exactly.
But I'm very interested in seeing Ulf before I do something stupid in
Mhm.
free play.
I have
Okay.
one more because I have one more coin. I want to do one more.
Before Elf shows up.
Yeah.
And we might have are we doing the job in Rosefoot? Because we would have a free one then if we did it on our turf.
That's why
We
I
can
want to know.
if you guys decide, we can return to do it as a downtime action.
Yeah. Like
Okay,
I think we
just
do
making
all the
sure
ones
not
like
off the
before
table.
Ulf comes, and if Ulf was like, "Yo, we're doing the prison tomorrow," then right. But
I'm also
I think
well, we'll talk about it.
I
The
just
stuff
think
for Ulf might not actually be a full-on job for you. It will be for him, but for you, it
Yeah,
might be a couple free play rolls, and that's it.
that would work because I think we should hop on this whole Lamplex falling apart thing and steal us some turf and some goons. Because if we're going to start doing big jobs against the Spirit Wardens, we need some goons.
I'm going to spend some coin to do a 80s style montage to train my playbook. It's just like Batman running on the roofs, shooting bad guys without killing them.
You set up an obstacle course in the backyard.
Yeah, because I'm
Where
one
do you-
away from my playbook advancement.
What are you going for? Because I'm also one away, but I can't think of a good one.
I'm looking at the lurk for like Daredevil because we're almost always rolling desperate because XP or
What does
reflexes
Daredevil
or because the barrier's sort of broken down between me and the bird. I was looking at Rakshasa's Monstrous also.
What do those do? What does Daredevil do for a lurk?
Daredevil is when you roll desperate action, you gain +1d to your roll if you also take -1d to any resistance rolls against consequences.
Ooh, okay. Nice.
Reflexes is when there's a question about who acts first, the answer is you. 2 characters with this act simultaneously. And then Rakshasa, it's cool, but I don't know if I want to take it. It's you can push yourself to do one of the following: perform a feat of athletics that verges on the superhuman, or take on the appearance of a frightening monster.
You pick each time you do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you pick each time.
If it does matter to you on Rakshasa, I just took the level up that also gives you can do a feat of superhuman, yada yada.
Okay.
I think the monstrous one fits flavor wise.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like I think
It just
later.
depends if you want to lead into the bird thing. That's the way to do it. But
Yeah, I feel like
take
just
off your
because
mask.
it
You take it off, and
happens-
you're just like a bird head when you take off your mask.
I think I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take Daredevil.
That's fair.
So
that's a very Batman thing anyway. So
yeah, if the bird thing sort of progresses more, I might on like a future one take the Rakshasa thing. But
Yeah.
I think right now Daredevil makes more sense.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's just 80 style montage of like doing Daredevil shit.
Yeah,
Right.
lots of flips and climbs, and you're just getting,
Yep.
like, refining your already existing parkour skills.
Jumping on the table and literally going parkour as I like do a flip.
Yeah. For a week, you just can't walk normally. You can only parkour at places.
Patrick sees you and is just confused and thinks you're back at being a bird.
It's strange.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, I like the sheet. It like automatically when I type in Daredevil, it just fills it in.
Nice.
Yeah, the sheets are really good.
How many special abilities, though? There's a limit of veteran abilities.
Veteran is
There's
2, I
it's
think. 3?
I think it's 3
It's 3 for characters, 2 for crews.
for crew. Mhm.
That's why. Okay. So yeah, there is a limit to how many non-playbook moves you can get.
Yeah.
Special abilities.
So yeah, I might wait until after we know what the job is. Can I, before a score, can I spend a coin to do a playbook training?
Like as a downtime action, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So just before a score, because I also one tick away. So but if I do it, I want to grab one that's going to be helpful in the next job.
Okay. Cool.
So,
So anyone else doing things before Ulf shows up? All right.
I broke.
So one morning, you kind of, I think even through as like it's probably first thing in the morning. Those of you who have breakfast at the dining table are doing so, and you hear. I think you can probably even see through the window if you want to. Like Ulf and his gang have all shown up. Now it's not the entire. That's not true. It's not the entirety of his gang. That's like 15 people at this point plus him. But him and like 3 or 4 others. There's still most of them are still them like normally. I think Adric. Your sister is here, but she's just blending in as just one of the members of the crew that are here. And Ulf like knocks on the door, not like angrily, but he has big hands, so he pounds on the door. Does anyone open up for him? You can probably see who it is through the window.
I call out.
Bandana.
I call out as I'm walking
Like
towards the door,
bandana.
like who's there.
I told the crew about like Ulf was gonna come knocking about like a prison job, so I let everyone know.
Okay, all right. So it's not like we're surprised by smashing on the door.
Okay.
Well, entirely surprised.
Stand
We're
up from
surprised
the
by when, but not that it's happening.
Yeah.
Make sure knives are where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Guns hidden in all
in
the
my room because I don't carry knives around the house because I'm not a murder child.
Great. Okay. Yeah. So Ulf, who opens the door specifically? I didn't see. I must have missed.
I'll be there. Like I'll be in the entryway when he shows up.
All right.
I guess if no one goes for the door, I'll go for the door.
Out of sight if I can make it, but not
Great.
opening the door.
Okay. And Grind, are you there?
Yeah, I think I'm like standing in the foyer, just waiting for someone to open the door because I'm not.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right.
Also, they're like my beef anyway.
Yeah, you open the door
See who
as
it
he's
is,
just
roll
about to
my
knock
eye.
again. It's like it's about time. Come on.
Sorry, it's big
he's like,
house.
He's like holding some like a couple documents under his arm. He says, "Come on, I got a job for you," and he just like walks in past you guys, walking towards the table.
Oh God, I think I'm gonna make the power play and say, "What do you need blown up at the prison?"
Okay. Are you trying to like intimidate him or do something specific, or just like let him know that you already knew?
I kind of want to throw him off a little bit.
Okay.
Use
Like
it as a
I don't.
setup
I'm not like.
Use it as a setup action because you can improve your position for any future roll against him.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense here.
Problem is, I don't have command or consort.
I think this would be sway,
And I don't-
actually.
Yes, I got a 1 in
I,
sway.
I could see it as sway. This is just like you like here's a pinprick kind of thing. Let me just
Yeah,
poke a hole in your confidence here.
yeah. Like, all right, big butt, big
All
boy,
right.
slow your roll.
This is still controlled, and this is normal effect. Like it's a setup action, so actually effect doesn't matter, but it's controlled.
Oh yeah, so it's controlled. And the only bad thing is like it might.
He just might
subtract
react.
dice?
For the setup, it won't subtract dice specifically. It's a regular consequence if it doesn't work.
Okay.
With controlled, that and with Ulf, he might just take it the wrong way, or we'll see. But it's controlled. It's not that bad.
Okay. Yeah. Any devil's bargains or help? I only have one die its way.
I mean, go for it. You're the only one that is the one that knows about it. I don't know if this is worth specifically a devil's bargain. He's just going to present it anyway.
3.
All right. So
He knows I know because I left the little bird.
yeah, no, he knew you knew. But I think he says, I think like nonchalant, like he probably knew you already were going to bring this up, so he just keeps going, doesn't seem to be phased. And he says, yeah, I thought you might have heard. Well, if you go blabbing to anybody, then I'll come for you. He just says that like casually, like it's not like he's not mad at you, but he's just like casually saying that there are consequences if you told anyone outside of the crew.
What do I look like, an idiot as I'm wearing all red?
Yeah.
Sounds like someone was already pretty loud about your plan in the first place.
Yeah.
Given that my campaign.
And I think as the other consequence is, and this is really bad, he sweeps everything on everyone's breakfast off the table onto the floor to lay out his scrolls. Yep. Listen, we got more important stuff than some whatever that is.
Breakfast.
I meant the food type. Anyways, he like starts he
organic, range-free, cage-free eggs.
I was having donuts.
Where did you get donuts?
Yeah,
They're made of mushrooms. It's not good.
Yeah. Sugared mushroom pastries.
They're called donuts, but they're really MREs that are shaped like donuts.
So,
it's just a paste. That's
Ulf lays out the job for you guys. Basically, he starts like talking like, okay, we're gonna look. You heard we're planning to break some people out of Ironhook Prison. Most of them are Scovs. Bill Hooks and I put our differences aside for now to do this. We both gain from it. We'll go back to fighting later. Yeah. Don't like it, but you know, maybe they'll betray us. We're not planning to betray them unless they do it first. You 3, 4, he says, looking at Adric again. Well, Adric's not there. Never mind. So he says you 3.
yeah.
You said you were hiding. Are you still hiding?
I'm a little unclear as to where this is happening. So you basically
dining room, basically. Yeah, he just walks into the house, kind of without being invited at all, and walks straight to the dining room.
In which case, yeah, once he was through the entryway, I'll come in through the back of the dining room and shut the door behind us.
Okay. Casson, just glances with a single raised eyebrow at you, but doesn't say anything and doesn't act like she notices you past that. The rest of Ulf's gang is kind of in the doorway, like watching him do his presentation towards you. And it's like, all right, so you 4, you're gonna go sneak up into the walls, plant some bombs right here, here, and here. There's like it's not like a blueprint, but it looks like a fairly accurate drawing of the outside of the prison. Like here are the walls, here are the towers, here are the things. He points to you some areas where you're gonna plant bombs and and detonate them at this certain time. Basically, is what he says. You do that, and we handle the rest.
Whose bombs?
Yours. You got some, I'm sure.
You want us to both supply our own munitions and act as your demolitions crew,
and then get away. Yeah.
In exchange for bombs aren't free.
They're literally our most expensive thing.
Yeah, it's how we keep the lights on.
I bought some recently. No, the reason you're going to be doing this is because some spirit wardens came by recently asking about some recent events. I didn't tell them anything.
Like what?
Things happening in alleys, shootings, murders. I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to say anything to them right now, and I haven't said anything to them. But
So you're saying you want us to do this unless you're...
Listen, all you're doing, planting those, getting out. You don't even have to go inside the prison. Just get up to the walls. Just search towers, a couple guards on the top.
Can you at least reimburse us for our expenses?
At cost.
Fair.
Well, by your own logic, we can just, go to the prison and say, hey, you might want to tighten security. If you're going to go, hey, if you don't blow up the prison, we're going to go to the spirit wardens. You're kind of...
He looks at you.
I'm just saying.
He gives you a long look. And he says,
let's be plain here, Ulf.
He's still looking at you, letting you keep digging your own grave. Speak.
I don't like being threatened. If you want us because we're good, then you gotta pay for good.
I don't like wardens showing up on my doorstep because of you.
I don't like swine showing up on my doorstep, demanding things.
Debts must be paid.
Yeah.
This is one.
When we did a job for you, you got tough.
We don't owe you anything.
Then I don't know the spirit wardens my silence. I don't know anything about what you did with them. I don't know if you did anything with them. I can just tell them, maybe you did.
We can plant these bombs. We just need you to understand that services rendered are services paid for, and that bombs are not... They don't grow on trees, Ulf.
This is a business. We provide a service for
Much like
recompense.
you do. You provide services and payment surrendered. So a bar works.
I did you a favor.
We did you a favor.
Yes! The demolitions crew will be our favor to you.
And I'll
Favor
pay
for
the
a favor.
cost.
That I understand. It's just the bombs I'm asking for.
And I'll pay the cost.
Fair. Fair enough.
He looks at the other three that are not Hicks, gestures to Hicks, says, we seem to be coming to an understanding. You in? Gesturing to the other three of you.
As long as we're compensated.
Iron Hook Prison. You do this, you do it alone. Brian leaves.
Okay.
I'm
I think...
saying anything.
Oh. Grind when you leave, or like you do leave, but first, Wolf grabs your shoulder and says,
Skullfire poison in the face. Fuck him.
Yeah, if he's grabbing anything,
he was about to just say don't tell anyone, but okay.
Wait,
Don't touch me.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I try to interrupt this with a sway? Can I try to sway Ulf away from grabbing or interfering?
Okay, so as he's about to grab Grind, stop him.
Yeah, I see him grabbing for Grind, and I'd like to call out and try to stop this before Grind.
Yeah,
sprays
I don't.
it
He
with
can't.
chemicals.
You can tell Grind is gonna react very badly when this happens.
Or click kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
It's like wait. It's like Ulf in the Fusewrights Union. Everyone is allowed to accept jobs on their terms. If they don't want it, they don't participate or share in the reward. But every man's allowed to refuse work. It's a right.
Okay.
I'm trying.
You're trying to more distract him, but also say this. Okay, I think
I'm trying to do the thing where I'm just preaching the rhetoric of everyone's allowed to choose what they do, kind of thing. To Lee wants to walk away, he can walk away.
I'd say this is still controlled because you are the one doing it, and you are the one. If anyone else is doing it, it might be risky. But
yeah, I want to be friends with him. I want to be friends with everyone.
Okay, controlled.
So do I. It's just
standard.
I don't like when people walk into our house and go like,
Ulf is
Sticker
being very rude.
Hicks's plan with all of this is tell them what they want so they leave and then figure it out later.
No, I'm not.
It's not the best
over
plan.
him.
It's not the best plan, but that's his angle for these things. It's like, just, yes, sure, whatever you want. Get out of my house, and we'll figure it out on the back end.
I think you can roll sway. Is anyone helping? Like
I'm not.
the rhetoric.
I'm pretty sure I'm hurting. So
I'm trying to avoid the fight with. All right. What's my effect?
Standard.
Okay.
And if you want, I'm going to start a thing. This is just for this scene, and I don't think it might not matter, but in case things go wrong, Ulf Ironborn's patience runs out. 4 o'clock. I can put 1 tick on it now, if you want to try his patience lately.
I feel like this would be trying his patience.
And you get an extra die.
Yeah. All right. Let's. I know it really tries patience in a skullfire poison, so this really doesn't matter.
Yes. No, if violence breaks out, this clock will cease to matter.
This clock doesn't matter, so I'm going to spend it right now.
Okay. Okay,
Gotta be a 5.
All right. So I think, yeah. He says, I think he looks at you like confused or almost like astonished that that's the kind of place you run. And he says, I don't know how you can trust anyone who can just do whatever they want. There's no order. There's no effectiveness.
There's a charter. I point to
yeah,
the
that's
frame
my problem with
charter.
your damn job.
He just looks at you and like suppresses a growl, but you can still hear it. Grind. I think, yeah, you're in a risky position now, just because he's been slightly provoked. Even Hicks is now in that risky position. He says, anyways, and he looks at you, Grind. Just don't tell anyone about this, and we're good. And he like head gestures, like you can go now. Not like pawn, but like I don't like. That's all I wanted to say. Not in a haughty way that time.
Yeah, I really hate quashing opportunities for the rest of you. However, this asshole doesn't walk into my house and tell me I can leave.
Yeah, and I wanted to make sure he
I
wasn't
have no
doing it
problem.
in a like he owns the house way this time. He was just like, that's, you wanted to go, you can go. I just wanted to tell you that.
Yeah, Grind just goes over to the corner and stands there. I'll leave when I want. It's my house.
See
Shouting in
yourself.
the car.
Fuck you, Ulf.
Yeah, he
No, I
just
don't want to leave.
he shrugs.
Yeah,
Says suit
it makes
yourself.
sense too. You're the adult one, and he's not being reasonable.
Yeah. So Ulf like mostly talking to Hicks now is like, all right, so bombs here, here, and here. There's just a couple guard patrols. They have some spotlights. That's mostly it. Blow it up. Big bombs. We want to kind of crumble some of the walls, and we'll handle the rest. And yeah, he doesn't tell you what the rest of the plan will be. He doesn't tell you what him and the Billhooks will be doing. He
And I don't
just
ask.
says, you do this, and you don't need to know anything else. And if you're not asking, that's perfect. And then
Just blow
we're
open the
even.
wall for
And then
you.
like he'll basically keep the Spirit Wardens if the Spirit Wardens ever come back and ask around or anything like that. He doesn't know anything about them and you and anything that might have happened. Even his suspicions, which is all he has, will remain unsaid to the Spirit Wardens.
I want to try surveying what he's said so far. See if I can piece together what their plan might be.
Okay. This will be risky, and this will, I think, have standard effect.
I think I'm kind of like not intentionally helping, but because I'm sitting there and asking him like, so we're just blowing open the walls, right? Like you don't need like sniper cover or anything like that.
Nothing like that. Don't worry about it. We've got it covered.
Yeah, so I'll take a stress to help you out with that, like giving you time to survey. Because like Zayd would have questions anyway, like, okay, well, Like, are these the structurally weakest points of the wall, or did you just pick a side of the wall to blow up?
Mhm.
Right? Like, listen, if we're going into business, I need to know what sort of boom you want and what sort of effect you want. All right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's have a survey roll.
Do you want
Okay.
delayed explosion? Do you want big long fuse explosion?
4.
4. Okay. Um. So I think with a 4, I think what you learn, I think is good and bad. Um, the explosion is a distraction from the rest of the real plan. You can tell that the reason that he picked this side of the wall is not structural weaknesses or anything. It is the furthest part of the prison away from where he actually wants to have the prisoners escape, you think. You don't know like the details of that, but you see that there's a lot of potential entrances and exits that are a lot more covert. Though he isn't that covert of a person, he's not an idiot. On the other side, the downside is this means that if you're running distraction, if you're not out of dodge, if you are anywhere nearby when this goes down, there will be guards swarming you. So I think the consequence of this 4 is future stuff for the job. You're muted, I believe. Indigo.
Yep. Could we hit this thing with like a free play teamwork action just to?
It would be like more than one action, but not much more than one. Yeah, we can. You can still totally do it in free play. It'll just be a
Okay.
worse position if like more consequences if you fail. Is all this would be.
We might get like pulled into the job, right?
Yeah, or you might have more guards looking
I-
for you or things like that.
It seems like failure here is once the wall is repaired, you're going to be in that prison. Like, because if you're a distraction, you're going to be swarming with guards.
Yes, it's up to you how to deal with that. But they're going to be all of the prison's attention basically with like multiple bombs on this side. Pretty much all the guards will be swarming that area.
The other
That's the
thing
point.
is that I mentioned it before. This is literally what the class life is built to do: is walk into a place, plant a bomb, and walk out.
Walk out.
And then fire the bomb. That's literally the whole design.
Yes. So
So
you can tell that. Do
Yeah,
you
we-
accept?
I look because I can't do it by myself. We need cover, and like this is at least a 2-person job.
I'd say we need to discuss it
Hmm.
Yeah.
without him in the room.
The thing is, he wants us to accept when he's in the room.
He wants to you accept right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
If
he was
this
talking
doesn't
like
strike me as the kind of guy that's going to let us talk.
If he's pushing for it, I'll remove my knife from the side of whatever person was next to me, and take a step forward basically and say you've had your say, leave.
okay.
And I'm looking for a command roll, honestly.
Yeah, no, you're just like this is our house. Get out. But not.
Like,
but you're not specifically saying no to him. You're just saying let us like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've
We
done
need-
your
we need to
proposal.
discuss.
We need to discuss it in a very forceful way. Okay. Cool. I think that this is going to have limited effect on someone like Ulf, and this will be a desperate position because Ulf doesn't just even in your house. I think this is desperate limited. He feels that he feels that because he did you a favor, he has this right.
Okay. I'm going to angle for a position. I may have, removed the knife from the side of someone else, but I still have it in hand.
So
I
did
am
you
stepping
stab someone, or
towards
what do you
him.
mean?
No,
Oh, like,
when they
you
went
stole
to
someone's
grab
knife?
Brian, it's like the knife came out, and like I was getting into position, and then it was sidetracked. It's like, okay, so no one noticed that. So nothing needs to be done about that.
Oh, okay.
It didn't go to violence,
Mhm.
and it's just a matter of, okay, I'm now kind of stepping forward, saying leave, and it can go to violence if you push me. If you push this.
Okay.
So desperate, can that up it to standard, or?
No, it was already desperate and limited.
Yes, exactly, and I'm asking for desperate standard there.
Oh, desperate.
Do you
because
have?
she's using a fine dagger.
Oh, I see. Okay. I'd say yes. Oddly enough, Ulf Ironborn appreciates quality weaponry, including being threatened with one.
Would you like some help?
Yeah, no, I'll take help here.
Yeah, so I think also just like there's a slight cock of a gun, like
Click.
yeah, just like the cocking of a revolver. Like we appreciate you
Your
coming in
holster,
here.
like hands on
Yeah.
your gun at the holster.
It's no, actually, it's not cocked. It's just the hand resting on the gun in the holster. Just like yeah, like you've had your say, dude. We need to talk about it. We'll get back to you.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm ready to quick draw.
Actually, are there any devil's bargains? Let's take it here on this.
I think. Yeah, I think that Mercy finding Adric is my devil's bargain, because this is this again weird kid threatening Ulf Ironborn with a really nice knife in front of a crowd
I
of
was
people.
thinking
A crowd is maybe
Catslin
the wrong word.
over.
That's what I was
not
gonna
his
say.
Oscar.
I wasn't sure if
Your
that was
sister's
still
literally
quite as
there and going like, "Why are you threatening Ulf? Why are you doing this?" Like your sister thinks you're running with the bad crowd, especially because the superhero is also threatening Ulf.
I'm not sure if that is fully applicable as a clock. I was throwing it around in my head. At least more specifically, her barging into the HQ to like drag you away and like set you straight is no longer fits her.
Okay.
Since she joined Ulf. So
It could be. I could still see that as like, "Hey, you're a kid. You shouldn't be running around with these criminals."
Okay,
Right?
I'm good with that.
Then I will absolutely take that, and let's see how the dice favor us today.
A 5?
Good.
At least it worked.
It did work.
Punch you in the face as he leaves.
It's gonna be something like that, but if he does that, I think Grind just might attack him.
Oh,
I'm good
Yeah,
going
and
to
that-
this fighting.
Well,
Okay.
that ups it from Skullfire to like just burning oil that I throw in the guy.
Oh, God.
He's got the knives out of pistol cocked. We are ready for this
One of
thing to
our
go down.
only friends. Why can't you keep any of our friends?
This is a friend we don't need. He's out of control, demanding too much stuff, needs to be put in his place.
He has had a personal negative too.
it could be
think-
that maybe as a crew he now knocks us down a peg, right?
Yeah, what's his thing with you?
Right now he's at +1 still, so I
+1.
can imagine this
I
interaction.
think this goes down
to
to a 0. Yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
I think he like he backs up. He's like, what? Like, kind of in a like he's acting like he's not really taking you seriously, Adric, again because of your age. Even though like even his other gang members are like kind of weirdly frightened of. He's like, all right, I didn't mean anything by it. All right, well, just let us know soon. We'll be back.
And I give him like the up nod about like, oh, we'll send word.
Oh, did we
Yeah.
get a date for this supposed incursion? Like when we have to be ready by?
He wouldn't tell you until I don't think he'd tell you
Until we
you
accept.
it. Yeah, no.
Okay.
But he leaves. His gang leaves. Cashlin gives you like a weird like what are you doing look to Adric, and I think I'm gonna fill that clock by another 3. That's my consequence. She's like, what has my brother become? In her mind.
Okay.
But I think Ulf just leaves, and yeah, I think fill that by 3, and your Ulf goes down to 0. That
Yeah.
was pretty much guaranteed to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, he leaves. His gang leaves, and yeah, Ulf can be very nice and also very not, depending on his whims.
What he wants.
Yeah.
Jeez, and I thought you as the noble would be the prissy one.
You guys want to talk about it in character? Just have a conversation.
Oh, everyone's like all tense. It's like, well, I can do this, which is like minimal people. We can just plant these and be done with it. But do we want to? And do we really have a choice?
He's
Yeah, we have
putting
a choice.
us at risk and threatening to what's the word?
Incriminate?
Yeah, incriminate us and reveal stuff that he has no right to say.
What was the favor that he did for us that he's calling
He's
in
saying
right now?
that the spirit
Are you
ones
asking
came
us a-
around and he didn't say anything, which is him doing us a
Okay.
favor.
Yeah, so everyone's
Okay.
came around asking about like stuff. Yeah.
This is pure extortion.
Yeah.
This isn't a deal. This isn't a favor. He wants us as scapegoats.
Yeah, and someone's that unreasonable, having that many people defect to his side after they get out of prison. That is not good if he's demanding things now. Think about what would happen after.
Maybe next time he doesn't leave when you pull the knife.
Think that is our best option.
So if we don't do it, what do we do?
Who was that as a person, Edric? Saw you looking at them.
My sister.
Who
Did
works
we
for
know you had a sister?
Wolf?
She did. I found it out at the last job.
Well, if we aren't going to do this task for Ulf, we should focus on making new friends.
Yeah, we have some across the street.
If he's become a danger,
Or in the water?
why not take him down?
Because we need men for that.
We don't have enough people. It's literally only us
Like
four in this
Joseph,
room.
We need soldiers if we're going to go to war. And I know where we can get some soldiers.
Edric,
We need to-
your sister. What is her relationship to Ulf? And can she be trusted?
I haven't spoken to her since I found this out. I could go talk to her.
Might be best. We need more information.
But they're... I don't know. Shoot. I basically, at this point, pull out the newspaper as we're talking about soldiers and we need information.
Mm-hmm.
I pull out some... would it be in the newspaper that the Red Slashes and the Lamp Blacks have, like, crushed each other in, like, the vice section of the news? Okay.
It wouldn't be obvious in the newspaper. It would actually just be like gang war, like gang fight in Crowsfoot, part.
Oh, yeah, well, I pull out
56.
that article.
Yeah,
I pull out that
you can
article,
infer
I-
from it.
Yeah, I put on the table. It's the Lamp Blacks and the Red Sashes are all but destroyed. We need to be there. This is right next to our... This is next to our shop. We need to be there. We need to expand our shop and scoop up some of these lonely thugs in need of employment.
What if... Here's a crazy idea. We accept, but we don't.
We don't do it.
No. We put the bombs somewhere else. Make it so he fails.
Someone like Ulf in Iron Hook. He'd come out more powerful.
We'd be putting our trust on someone else to do our work.
No, we
Yeah,
would plant the bombs not where he wants them.
Yes, but we'd be
To what
trusting
end?
someone else to capture him and not have him free and
To
hunting
what-
us.
To what end? The point isn't a distraction. The point's not damage, so... One distraction is as good as another.
Though if he wants people out, if he's in, it might just have the same effect.
Yeah. I'm all for having friends in the city, and Ulf looked like a reasonable prospect at one point.
Agreed.
So,
But
should we send our?
now he is
With
too out
Ulf.
of control.
Well, we can send our rejection of his proposal, and that means the spirit wardens come down on us. We got our friends in the drink to help.
Maybe
With-
we point our friends in the drink toward this
Ah.
idea.
All we can point them at is the spirit wardens.
Well, if he's gonna make us going against the spirit wardens harder, that's a logical target for them to hit.
Said, can you get me within range of the other side of the prison? If we
What
had
kind of
a
range?
distraction, somewhere, have to look, somewhere that
Well-
Ulf will have to go during this.
Do you want to try and like? You saw what the pictures were, and he took the scrolls, the like papers with him. But if you guys wanted to gather information, you could try to find out what his plan is in more detail.
Yeah, because basically Grind's going to suggest that if we go, if Grind goes and uses his new rec ability to just make that place infested with ghosts, no job, can't do it.
Oh, you
Or-
mean like right away?
Wait. How about we do the thing where we make ghost magnet bombs?
That might take a bit longer. That'll definitely take longer than until he.
I mean,
expects to hear from you.
If you planted the bombs, I could wreck the area.
That's what I mean. Like through, like your part of the bomb plan is make the ghost attraction portion of it. We use bombs as the distribution device for the ghost attraction, but it still looks like on paper we did the
We're
job.
helping him. Yeah.
Yeah, so it still looks like to a non-whisper eye that all we did was plant the job bombs like we're supposed to.
We combine both plans. We can pull in the demons if there's a bunch of ghosts there that the spirit wardens are going to respond to.
We make it a trap for the spirit wardens.
It's a trap.
It's a spirit warden's
Okay.
trap.
So this
And-
sounds like it is
yeah.
going to end up being a score.
Yeah, now this is a
Yeah.
score.
Now this
So
is a
the
score.
Set bombs up to attract spirit wardens to interrupt Ulf's plan, and then use Ulf and the spirit wardens and the
The spirit
demons
wardens fighting
sandwich
Ulf.
to sandwich
Yeah,
smash
we send
Ulf.
in the demons
The
to take
demons
care of
against-
Ulf and the spirit wardens.
Or
Cascading bullshit while we sail away.
our score would be a stealth mission to set up ghost bombs.
Yeah. So
Actually-
like we still set up his bombs, but they have this other effect that we're doing where it looks like we helped him out, but in reality it's pulling ghosts that unless Ulf has a whisper, he's not gonna know.
And it's trusting that the spirit wardens and the prison together are going to be able to find Ulf and take him down, which is 2 factions as opposed to 1.
Yeah, they're 2 higher tier factions than he is.
And because we have fish lady protection, we can just take our boat up.
Yeah.
One thing Adric's gonna say is, like, with Ulf, everything is about Ulf. We have to make sure that he's out of it. He needs to be a priority.
Yeah.
Or
I don't
this
want to
is
trade
not gonna
one
end.
don't want to trade one oppressive system for one led by one guy. Kind of antithetical to what we're doing.
I'm hesitant to invoke this option, but you are dangerous people that know dangerous people. Do any of you know a killer?
I did.
Not
Then
an effective killer.
I know some people.
I could get you some madmen.
I have a spy who probably did assassinations.
The entirety of my list is people who hit things.
Yep.
Doctor!
And a
Doctor hits bad things.
Yeah, maybe we set this up and call a couple people to make sure that a certain person doesn't walk away.
You know, Ulf has a bounty on him, doesn't he?
Not yet more than others like Hutton. Hutton would have a bigger bounty.
Okay.
Like no, not something that's above and beyond the others. Hutton was a soldier who was just under like Zaid was just under the quota for being detained, stuff like that.
Hey, if we
Okay.
take Ulf out, can we get Kellens?
Can we get Kellens?
You could try to hit Kellens while he's out at the prison.
That's a separate
Yeah,
score.
group
To,
splitting
Yeah,
sounds
it's
like
different.
an awful
that's a
idea.
separate. That's a separate score to like gain turf while he is.
Yeah, that's true.
Disposed, yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a good future plan. So we send him like we'll do it. Wink.
Yeah, we send him. We'll do it. All right. Quick brainstorm. What's the most effective? Like,
Well, I don't think we do this. I don't think we do this job right now.
You don't think we
right?
do the prison job right now? You don't roll
No.
right into it.
No.
No, we'll send a
But-
slow note to Ulf and go do our thing. You know.
Yeah, go do our thing because
Right.
we assume it's not today. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been.
It's not today. It is soon. I think
And we'll
you
take
would
a
need
little bit
As
of-
in next
to.
job soon?
It is next job soon, unless you want to try and delay it. It seems like he hasn't actually set a set date yet.
Why?
We can.
Say we don't have the supply yet.
Yeah, we need to build the bombs that he wants us to build.
Yes, that's our move to push it back to not the next job, but the job after. Our note says yes, we accept, but we'll need to build some custom pieces for this, thus requiring time.
Okay.
And more money because this is for cost. So you know.
That's
Yeah, we
fair.
don't. We just say this job requires custom work, and it will
Okay.
take time to acquire materials.
I don't think that's necessarily a role in this case.
Because we're kind of the experts on it.
Well, and yeah, if you don't have the bombs, I don't think there's any.
He can't do it anyway.
Yeah, he's just like,
I guess
oh.
it feels like it might be a rule on whether or not he believes us.
He
Well, if he
isn't
doesn't
right
believe us,
now
we don't do
expecting
it
you to
anyway.
pull one over on him.
Well, it's true.
Yeah.
We are actually planning on building custom bombs for this.
Mm-hmm. I think this will be a role to see if he just he's someone who tends to have gut feelings about this, so it'll still be controlled because you're the bomb people, and it'll be standard effect. Like if you succeed, he'll believe
Yeah.
you, and it'll be delayed until this will just be the job after for standard effect. If you want to basically have it happen when you want it to happen, you could go for greater effect.
Yeah. So what are we rolling?
I assume
This would
Group
probably
sway?
be sway because this is technically correct, but also kind of a lie.
Okay.
Do we want to group action it as we're sitting down and writing a letter together?
I still suck at sway, so I don't know
I
if
got
anyone
it.
can take
Not
my
everyone
stress.
has to participate if
Yeah.
in a group
The
action.
thing
I
is,
have
I have
sway at
4.
1.
The thing is, I already have 4 stress, and I don't want to if we're about to roll into a job.
That's
and
yeah.
I'm
I
about
also
to
have
get
4
4
stress.
We're all at 4 stress.
One person can help another if they want.
I can roll.
You can just.
I
do
can-
it
I think I
without
have the
anything.
highest base.
Yeah, you do.
No. Call Lydra. Deal broker. Have her
Hmm.
broker between us. You get an extra die.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
if there's a downtime.
Oh, if it's a downtime, not just when you bring in help.
No, it's when you bring in help on a downtime, you get an extra die.
Oh.
Yeah, just roll.
Okay.
Yeah, I could spend a stress to help you, but then I'm at 5 before the job even
Yeah, that's
starts.
fine. I'm just gonna roll. It's controlled.
Controlled
I'm just gonna-
standard. Standard in this case is specifically it'll be the job after the next one you do, is what he's expecting. And if you want to go for more,
Bippity boop,
Boom.
the best at this
nice.
game.
All right. So I think he isn't happy about it, but he isn't even. He doesn't even. He's not begrudged. He's not bothered by it. Nothing bad happens as a result of this. He's just like fine, and he'll bug you occasionally for it, but you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay, you have time.
So let's talk about this job we want to do. What are our goals for
I-
this job?
Show of force.
Show force. We want to. Do we?
We need thugs. We need turf.
Yeah, those are our goals. Is obtaining thugs and turf.
All right.
We know there is available turf in Crowsfoot.
Mm-hmm.
We know where there's available thugs, also in Crowsfoot.
Do we just push out?
Yes,
yeah.
no.
Basically, we just take the next block.
Yeah, we take
Yeah,
the next
so
block.
it's an assault plan. The
So
point of
assault plan
attack is the next block.
Take the next block and defend our borders. So basically, we put the word out that anyone who wants to be safe and can join us up, come behind our borders, join with us. We'll keep you safe for now, but you're gonna be part of the
And
game.
then we mentioned this before, and I think we should do this. We should call what's the gang? The Crows? Yeah. And say, hey, is this cool?
Yes, that's definitely something
Yeah,
that needs
give
to
them a
happen before we
coin
do
like,
this.
hey, we're going to take this block. Here's a coin.
Yeah, you
Give
can
them
do
that
It
floating
wouldn't even be a
coin.
roll. That's the part of the mechanics. If
So
you pay them a
I'll
coin,
spend that.
they're cool with it.
I'll spend that floating coin we talked about.
Yeah.
Just to pay off the crows.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just give it to the Crows.
Just map-wise, can we say that we have the entire area of that little weird canal?
That
All
makes
that
sense.
little, yeah.
Or is that way too huge?
No, I
That's
think
Bomb
that
Island.
that makes sense. With this second block as well, I think that's fine.
Well,
You guys
because
are true.
honestly, it looks like half of this little island is a park.
Exactly.
It
And
looks like half the island is a park. So,
We just
Yeah.
go to the other side of the street. Like, we now just claim the other half of the street.
yeah. Okay. So is it assault take like I guess the assault would be in this case defending your borders when people come calling to try and like push you back.
what we
Yeah.
do is we walk out to the end of the street and we sit there like, Gary, is anyone? It's our street now. 5, 4.
Just post up.
All right, I counted down. It's
Plant a
dibs.
flag.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, we're doing something specifically on our turf. Is there any way that we can gather information to help us out with this?
We get
We
an
get a
extra
free
downtime for it.
gather. Yeah.
Isn't
We
for
get a-
show of force, or I think you might be doing show of force more than assault because your intent isn't to kill people; it's to make people back off. Which
Oh
means
yeah, it's,
show of force.
it's
to me.
definitely show of force.
Like
just
it's,
the play
it's
type.
The type of plan is for the engagement roll.
Yeah, the type of play it as assault.
Right.
But I thought is it only show of force that you get?
Show of force is
Well,
not a
show
play.
of force is like, it's not like a specific thing, right? Like if
Yeah,
I
show
thought
of force is not a
was.
type.
Oh, I thought it was a specific type of plan.
No, it's not a type
No.
of plan.
I
The
see.
plans are
My mistake.
assault, occult, deception, social, stealth, transport.
Okay, I understand. I misunderstood.
oh well, it could be a transport plan.
Nope,
Could
it's
be.
No, you're
show
taking-
of source is way
I
better.
think that assault makes
Well,
more sense.
transport, but it's a show of force. Like, hey, we're gonna bring these people to safety, and we're gonna show force. in
If you
doing
go
so.
out and get them from their other place, and this you're more defending them en route to the already safe space, that could totally work. But it would be different than
does
defending
make-
your existing borders.
That does make for a much more interesting score as opposed to we'll take whatever comes at us. It gives us a goal. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
maybe
we
the
load everybody
transport-
onto the boat and we're protected.
Yeah, the transport is more either the lamp blacks that we save are on the boat and we're ferrying them away,
it
or
depends. What's the more narratively interesting? What's the more narratively complicated portion? Because
I thought
in my
The
opinion,
transport seems the most interesting one.
yeah,
it's
well,
the most interesting, and it focuses more on the gang than it does the turf. So it's basically where are we focusing?
yeah, that was my point. If it's assault, I was thinking it would be something like blowing out a safe house that the Red Sashes have like left over or something that there's a couple guys hiding out in. That's on that block to like.
Assault can
claim
also
the
be
end.
they attack you, but it's still an assault plan because you're expecting it or plan to
Yeah,
defend
it's
yourselves.
a plan to counterattack, but like that could be an assault plan too. Is if we're clearing out the last safe house in this area, kind of thing.
I like the defensive position better. Like, I think it's probably more interesting if we're like going out into like chaos and bringing people back. But
Yeah, I don't know. That just the grabbing people seems the part that's like sticking with me. That seems weird. It seems more likely that we get people as a side effect from claiming the turf,
Okay.
as opposed
kind
to
of
we
see
get
it as-
From stabilizing the area, basically,
yeah,
they're like, okay,
stabilizing the area
I
and like
kind
people that need the jobs. Like we were enforcers here before. I'm just gonna keep my same job for y'all.
I kind of see it as like okay, they're on the down and out. We basically try and get in touch with them, send them a note saying, hey, look, we can get you out of this, and we'll escort you out, but you've got to come work for us.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a setup. It's not like, we're kidnapping you, you work for us.
Yeah, who's the leader of the Lamp Blacks? Like maybe because we
Bazo
talked
Baz.
to him.
Azo,
Yes,
Yeah.
he is dead now.
Oh,
The
who's
Crows-
second in command?
No one. That's the point.
They,
The point
as a
is-
faction, as a
The Hydra is
faction,
headless.
they have shattered. Both the top leaders of both factions are dead.
Okay, so there's no one specifically we can go.
Let me
Hey,
check.
come to us.
Yeah,
I think it's
but-
more.
That would be a good gather information role, figuring out where they are and who they are. We can get that for free and basically say, okay,
Yeah, well, let's do that first. All right, let's.
Yeah.
All right, transport because we haven't done one. The idea being we gotta say, honestly, the boat transport is the end. That's
Yeah.
the win condition. The win condition is we get them on our boat.
Yeah, we have to get them through. We literally have to get them from one side of the street to the other.
Yeah, we got to get them.
Why
onto
did the
boat.
Lampblack cross the road?
So,
to make sure he didn't die.
so narratively, to hit our two goals, can we say, for the sake of argument, that we basically paid the Crows to operate on that turf, but can't hold it unless we get the gang?
I'd
Like, we
say
just don't have the
basically this would be two
manpower?
different things.
Yeah, I think that
There'd be
makes the
while
most
you're holding the
sense.
turf, there'd be two clocks. One for recruiting the gang, and this would be like getting new people, convincing existing people to join you. Like that would be one thing. Simultaneously defending yourself, and this wouldn't even necessarily be a single fight. This might actually be multiple different. Like
Well,
the
Well, it-
score might happen over the course of a week for multiple skirmishes or things like that.
Yeah, I think assault makes the most sense. That it's defend the turf. We got to hold it for a bit till it's solidified.
Mm-hmm.
We could still do
If
the
we're doing it
downtime
over-
as like
Yeah, if we're doing it
finding
over,
out where they are.
yeah, if we're
Yeah.
totally, we could use the free gather information we get for the show of force plan because our show of force is that we take the block and we hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
the show of
What
force.
we want the gather information for is to find where they're weakest for the engagement role. That's what we need.
Yeah, we find out. So we find out where we need to make our stand to hold this area with the show of force, and if we do it over a period of time, I like that fiction of it's slowly gather people and bring them back to the new expanded safe zone.
I still like the fiction of that better. The thing that it's difficult is what does that look like? Just getting a bunch of things chucked at us one after another?
Well,
Well,
we could
we-
basically combine both of our ideas, and
Oh.
if we're going with an assault plan, like we can do that little skirmish, a couple of little skirmishes, and still go out and like protect people we're bringing back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we
we
can,
gotta do-
you know,
yeah,
we can
a
see all
series of-
sides of it.
a series of small skirmishes. I'm assuming this looks more like we have to live in this new like area for like a week while everyone's trying to claim new territory.
Keep wandering down the street saying that, hello, we're here.
We put signs
Yeah.
up, things like that.
Gotta
Hand out your
chase off the
like
graffiti
Forge
artists.
Right. Yeah, hand out your
use
Fusewrights
like
union business
union
cards.
brochures.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people know we're here. The thing about handing out brochures and flyering for union meetings and stuff, that's also people know we're here.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. I think we're overdue for a break. Let's go on to a
Yes.
break.
Mhm.
We'll come back and we'll
Do the roll.
start the
We'll-
job.
We'll set
I
up
don't
the
know
job.
if we'll finish it this session.
Yeah.
We got like an hour.
Yeah, and we'll also, we might, because of Show of Force and stuff, we still have a free gather information to spend, so we'll talk about all of that. We'll be right
Oh, yeah.
back. Thank you, everyone, for watching so far.